Oh my god, it's the title screen for Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye. Still don't know why the letter Y is so long. You would think by now thematically it would make sense. Is it just because, does it look like an antler?
I don't really know either, to be honest. This is also a mystery to me.
I think it maybe looks like an antler. That's what I'm gonna go with. It basically looks like an antler, kind of. It has a little branchy and two sidesy. But, I mean, doesn't look that much like an antler. Could be nothing. Could just be absolutely nothing. Okay, well, we have a pretty clear goal today then. I guess I can look at the ship log. What did we do last time? We did map projections 1, 2, and 3. Yep, that is the clear direction I was referring to. We gotta go find map projections 1 and 2. Look, even the game basically knows that these are areas 1, 2, and 3. See, and we did number 3. They agree with my ordering. So, what's the... a secret location, right? It's like, what is there an exclamation mark for something I haven't found yet? Oh, it's the thing that isn't found. Great. Exclamation means I just haven't read the new things there. Okay. So, a room full of burned slide reels piled next to a strange device. I found a hidden slide reel that shows a container marked with a glowing symbol. I found that? I found a hidden slide reel that shows a container marked with a glowing symbol being handed to a... oh, that. You're calling that a container. Okay. The lights are extinguished and the figure carries the container in a secret passage. Right, I forgot actually that the whole reason that I went here was because I was chasing this specific thing. And yet it is burnt. But maybe it's fine. Being burnt is fine. As long as it opens and closes, that's all that matters. I'm sure. Do I need like X-ray? I don't have the X-ray visor. I can't see what's behind the burned. Okay. The Forbidden Archive was a library full of intact slide reels. So I was thinking about it. Maybe the reason they only scan one of them and burn the others is because anything that gets burnt with the spirit fire moves over to the spirit world, and they just needed to feed it like one as a template. Like, here, look, here's scan this. This is what a slide reel is. And so if anything else gets burnt in this room, just do this, treat it like that. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. That's not really how anything works. It's not like if I, put one data disk into my computer and tell it how to read it, then I can just put 10 data disks on my desk and smash them with a hammer and, oh, it knows how to read one. So if I just destroy the others, it'll be... But I don't know. I mean, it could make sense. Thing is, to get to the spirit world, you usually have to... For humans, you have to be asleep with a fire, but maybe for items, if you just burn them, they just go there? I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. Burn was never literal. When you burn a CD, it's not actually with a fire, so I guess the game was maybe sort of making like a double entendre or like a joke that like when they burn them, they're saving the data on them, even though in this case it is real burning. I mean, it is actual burning. It is legitimate burning. It is also real burning, but it just doesn't make sense. Scan one, burn the others. But you know what? I don't understand the laws of magic. Look at them. They're so cute and sad. I can't believe anyone wouldn't like these guys. So there's a container marked with one of the vault seals, but its contents have been destroyed. Why do they keep calling it a container? Because when you found them in the tower, it literally just looked like a doorway with like literally just a wall behind it, just like a, just nothing. It didn't have dimension. It didn't have depth. It just had a little thin nothing in it because it was just meant to write a password. So I wouldn't really call it a container, but I guess a container doesn't have to have depth. I don't know. I found a slide reel that shows the stranger's inhabitants congregating around a strange green fire. That's pretty vague. They kind of do that in all of them, but sure. Intact slides reveal the creation of a simulated reality modeled after their home moon. Spirit world, basically. I like how they says their home moon. Not their home planet, their home moon. Why is it the moon and not the planet, or do they just live on a moon? I found a slide reel that appears to be some sort of error report. It shows one of the stranger's inhabitants dropping their artifact on the ground and walking beyond its projection radius. Yeah, I mean, sure. It doesn't look like the person in the video did it by error, but maybe it's, you know, documenting what an error could look like. Does it look like an error? I thought they just put it down. It zooms out. Yeah, no, that's not an error. That is not an error. That is very purposefully kneeling down and gently placing it on the ground. But, you know, sure. Basically, sort of an error. It is unintended behavior. Except clearly intended because they're documenting it. Well, I guess, you know, you could have a document of the possible glitch. So a massive canyon, blah, blah, blah. Found a mural of a large tree on the bottom floor of the lodge. I guess that was either the hint or just some flavor about the fact that the hidden area seemed to be kind of inside a tree. Well, it wasn't. It was inside a cave. It looked like it was inside a tree, didn't it? The mural, like, showed a tree with, like, a gap in it. And that gap corresponded to the one in the cave under the tower, and yet it wasn't actually a tree. So that's a little bit weird, but I don't know. Probably doesn't really mean anything. Where to explore in the Starlit Cove? Cupboards are containers? Yeah, but even a cupboard has more depth than those things. I refuse to call them containers. We are gatekeeping containerhood. Island tower. Yep, there's more to explore because I did not get the slide reel. Oh yeah, I said I could start with that. I said I would start with that, but maybe something else? Crap, I don't remember, and I didn't write it on the to-do list. Let's go start with the tower. Oh, but it takes 22 minutes. Oh, but that's fine. I can rest. In fact, I can rest literally in the tower. I was like, oh man, how many minutes should I rest for to give myself enough time to get there? And then I was like, oh, I can just rest when I'm already there. Great. Okay, that's it for our... Oh, wait, this thing, the abandoned temple. The abandoned temple is the slide... Oh, it's not a slide reel burning room, though. The slide burning room is different than the slide burning temple, of course. There's an interface upstairs that can be used to line up symbols, blah, blah, blah. Entering the correct sequence opened a room. I found a slide reel that shows... See, notice it doesn't say that it shows the evil faction of the stranger's inhabitants removing the slide reels. Notice how it doesn't say I found a slide reel showing that they were evil all along or anything like that. It just says it's their inhabitants. It's just what they look like. They scan one of them and then burn the rest. Yeah, I mean, I guess it really is that. That's why he was like, wait, don't burn them yet. We have to scan one so that it knows what they are. Now you can burn them. And I think it was just a trick to make them seem evil so that your first thought is like, oh no, it's bad that they burn them, even though it is actually, of course, good. Weird that they smiled, though. Why did they smile like that after putting the prison down? I mean, putting the prison down is good. It has something very important in it, and they've successfully kept it safe. Why wouldn't they smile? It's part of their plan, and they're succeeding. So it's all good. Of course, you won't show me a picture of what this map projection looks like. Well, yeah, I guess you can basically see it from here. You don't have to see a bigger version. Yeah, it was, I remember where it is. Between the tower and a rock on the cliff. And this one is to the left of some shack, though I actually don't remember which, but it's somewhere in Area 1, and it can't be that hard to find. And there's obviously like a metal grate there, so like whatever, it'll be easy to find that. I gotta mark the stranger on my map. Man, to think there was a time when I refused to ever use autopilot, but that was different. That was when flying to planets was like part of the gameplay. I don't think flying to the stranger is part of the gameplay of the DLC. It's just a thing you have to do every time, so it's okay to automate it. That said, anyone who uses autopilot in the main game is not good at Outer Wilds. They're bad at the game. They're low skill. What did I say I was gonna do? I said I was gonna go to the tower and rest first to get that slide reel, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now, before I get that, before I doze off and do the slide reel, I just want to check that cave again, the cave on the side, because I'm still unclear on if that cave is just sort of a helpful little... What was the intended progression in the tower? Like, were you supposed to fly into it the awful way that I kept doing, and then eventually was the... Oh, it's probably this house that is in the picture, right? Well, since my boat is right there, I'll just go look. Oh god, there's just something right behind those trees, and you never noticed it, but it's yeah, you can just go there. But that was easy. Okay, well then we'll start with this then. This is the true Outer Wilds experience. We start off thinking, all right, I'm gonna go do this. Oh, I'll just go here instead. You don't get as much of that in this game because it's not, you don't have to fly out into space every time. There were 2 ways to go, so we'll go this way first. It's gonna be another scary... No, it's not. It's just dark because there's no windows. There's nothing scary about it. Sure, I'll go this... Oh, this is probably a shortcut back to where we were. Yeah, especially because we'll probably find a slide reel there, and this is the... This must be the building where you play them? Yeah, okay. I guess there was always a closed door there, and I just never, didn't think much about it, and I've forgotten now that it was there, but it was. Oh, what was that thing where at some point in our ship log I had the entry for slide reel burning room, but I didn't actually realize that that's what I had been to? Was that just that closet or no? That wouldn't be that. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't really matter at this point. Obviously, I'm gonna find another slide reel here. So I have to, they just conveniently let you bring it there. Okay, there's a little bit of ominous music playing, but it's, there isn't gonna be another scary painting or anything like that. They wouldn't do that twice. Oh god, I hope there is another scary painting, because I hope there's nothing new that's scary. At least if it's just another painting, then I know what to expect. So yeah, probably just another painting on the wall and it'll change and it's not really a big deal, right? Yeah. This is the same trick. I've already seen this. Look, sometimes their eyes are dark, sometimes their eyes are light, and if you take a picture at a bad time, it might look a little weird.
Yeah, that's just how it is, you know.
So in this case... Why would they build all the slide burning rooms like this? Did they make their paintings change on? That's the weird thing. Nothing in their plan should have necessitated them making these morphing paintings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There is another way. I did not notice that hole, but I guess that's the trick. You don't notice it, and you just don't look up in that hallway.
I do like that it's hidden behind the pile.
Yeah, it's surprisingly well hidden for being just a big hole in the ceiling. Because if you've done number 3 first, which I think probably a lot of people will because it's the closest one to where you find out about this, it's like you're expecting, oh no, why is there no hallway on the side? How will I get out? And then you kind of go look on the outside again. You don't. Most people are not going to look up first. But yeah, that makes this really easy. So I take the lantern. Aw, look, it's a friendly smile. It looks a little better without that light on it, you know? When it's all uniform, when it's all one uniform lighting, it just looks normal. It's just a nice smiley picture and it's in the dark a little. When you have the lantern, it makes it look like, you know, ghost story type thing, you know? But it's actually... Oh, the door didn't close behind me when I took the lantern. Okay. Well, then am I not supposed to... Yeah, okay. Oh, it's when I pick up the slide reel that it changes, I think. Okay, well, let's put the lantern down. Oop. Grab that. Man, I mean, they also look like evil spirits on that slide reel, and I really don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, it's just a stylistic effect. That's just like their version of italics. They depicted themselves in italics.
Yeah.
You know, they just made things a little bit more slanted everywhere, and so it looks like a ghost spirit or something. I mean, But if these are the guys who burned the slide reels, then it seems like a good thing. That's how they preserved all of their movies for the afterlife. So I don't... Oh, I said that maybe I would try to find the hidden areas without using these, just to see if I could do it. I posed that as a potential thing that I could maybe do, but I forgot, and since I've already got it, I guess I'll just look at it. I mean, do you think I could have ever found the Area 3 one without the hint? I mean, if you notice the candles, you would think, oh, that's a path. I mean, what do you think? I'll leave this one up to you. Do you think it's worth it for me to try to challenge myself to find them without it, or would it be like tedious and like take way too long?
I don't know.
I'm not that tied to it either way. I don't need to add a bonus challenge. Just, you know, could be satisfying. But, you know,
You could go looking for it on your own, I guess.
I could.
I mean, haven't you seen the hint for it?
For areas 2 and 1? No. This is the hint for area 2.
Sorry, I see what you're saying.
I mean, the hint for like how to actually reach the containers.
Yeah. I think that number 1 is maybe solvable.
Number 1 could be tedious though if I have to keep doing the stealth part, but I don't know.
Number 2, I mean, number 2 would be a little bit tedious, I think.
Yeah, if anything, number 3 may have been the easiest one in the end, because you could easily notice, like, hey, why are there 2 candles on the edge there? But, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. We don't need to add an extra challenge. We'll just go for it.
Yeah, I think you should just look at both of them, honestly.
Yeah. If I had found them on my own organically, that would have been impressive. But now that I know that there's a thing to find, you know, it's like whatever. I'm going back here because
you've already found more stuff organically on your own than most people do. So,
I don't know anymore if this was the quickest way to get back to a lantern, but that's fine. Oh, especially because I left it on the inside. Oh, but I can open the door. Okay. Yeah, I'll just grab it. Goodbye, dark hallway. Why is it so dark even when I'm holding a lantern? Jeez. Flashlight does more. Well, normally if you're holding like, so let's say a normal lamp, it doesn't give you as much light as an aimed flashlight. Flashlights are designed to be very strong, so... I do find it weird that the lantern seems to give very little light, though. It could give more than that.
I think you may need to hurry up, by the way.
Oh, how much time have I spent wandering around doing nothing? Oh, and this is number 2. No, number 2 doesn't get flooded. Yeah, we're doing number 2. So I've got time.
Does it not get flooded? I don't know, maybe not.
All right, so in number 2, which I haven't really even fully this is number 1? Oh, this is number 1. Well, whatever. We'll just go. I wanted to go to the tower on this run anyway. I didn't even want to go to area 1 right now. So we'll look at it and we'll know where it is. And then we have time to get it next cycle. So, okay. Oh, hey, buddy. So this is probably just the start of the stealth area, I'm guessing. Especially because the hand is right there. Probably. And because there's a guy. The stealth area is defined by having a guy patrolling it, and this is the same guy, and he's right in this. Here's a guy, so obviously it's the same area. The landmarks are the same. And you went... Oh. You're not going to show me exactly the path, but you're following some lights? What are those lights? They look like candles. Are they just the fires of 3 other owl deer who went on ahead of you to guide you? Because I don't see them, and they're not lit up in this image, but then they become lit up. But it's like, is this from a different time? Or just as soon as you start walking, somehow you have lights. So, okay, from the bridge, curve around to the left, but then end up on the right, but don't just go directly to the right at the start. You have to curve to it. And then you reach a building. That's the building that oh no, the building that I spent a lot of, no, this is this is the music house. This is the music house. The music house is different than the building I was in Area 3, which was you climbed the building and there was just a balcony at the top with a Zelda toy. This is the music building, which I had already been up because I followed the guy up there. And so inside the music building, you have to walk through the fire? Well, that's not... I mean, I guess it's kind of helpful because if I did enter the music room without dying, I probably wouldn't have gone through the fire. And so when you... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, when you say that I don't have time, isn't it actually the case that it's better if they all flood because then their spirits are gone and I can just enter the room safely? But when it's flooded, I can't go there. But
I was just saying you were running out of time to read the slide reel. I wasn't saying anything about
we're nowhere
that.
near 22 minutes. The dam hasn't broken.
That dam breaks way earlier than 22 minutes.
Not that early. It breaks like 10 minutes in, and we haven't reached it yet. Right? I didn't hear the dam breaking.
This room floods.
This room floods. Yeah, so the dam hasn't broken. Oh, this room floods. That's why you were worried. I see.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're running out of time to do the slide reel.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like once I get into the music room, I then need to walk through the fire, which is tough because the room is full of people. So this definitely helps me because I probably wouldn't have thought to walk through the fire. Well, I might have actually. If I was in this room and it was empty, yeah. Oh, but this isn't the top of the room. This is yeah, the music is probably being played up top. This is like not the top. This isn't the music room. This is like another room. I don't know. I can't quite tell. Yeah, I think I would have, if I reached this room, I would have probably walked in the fire anyway to see what happens. There's no way that I would have been like, oh, it's fire, I can't walk in it. Especially when I know it's like a digital world, like it's not gonna hurt me. I probably would walk through the fire when I found this room. So yeah, it's no loss in having the game tell me. Question is, how do I reach this room? Is it the same as the music room or not? I don't remember. And if it is, how do you get it without people? So, okay, but that gives us a pretty good direction to go in, so that's fine. This room gets flooded. I should probably get the hell out then. Okay, so my goal was... Oh, let's make it back to my boat then before the flood. So that I... so that I can actually make it to the tower without my boat running away from me. And while I'm at the tower, oh no, the hidden one for the tower is like up on the cliffs somewhere. I don't remember how to get up on the cliffs. Is there, what was the way to do it? Oh, I guess you might just do it from here. This looks like it could work. Let's just do it from here. I actually don't know if that is enough height, but let's try it. That's way too high, I think. Crap, I got off at the wrong place. Unless I can climb these cliffs, but I think I will slide off them. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Okay. Hey! I made it. Perfect. Now is this... Yeah, this is... Seems like the place. Is it in here? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? No. No. There's nothing. I remember where it is if I'm looking at the exact top-down view that I would from the picture, but that doesn't necessarily correspond to my view here and now. Wow, those are like some pretty obvious stepping stones. Is it more... Maybe it's more here? Oh, like along the side here, maybe? No, nothing? Okay. It was... If you were looking from top down and you made a line from the tower to the cliffs, it was in line with some rocks. Those are the rocks, I would have thought. Back up there. Oh, I hope I can get back up there. Well, if anything, I could just go back the way I came. I don't think it would be up... Whoop. I'm gonna run out of fuel soon, too, unfortunately. Yeah, no, it's definitely not this far down, because it was a diagonal the other way. It's definitely further up. It should have been where I just was. Whereas beyond trying to find the same exact coordinates from the picture, I can also just keep my eyes peeled. I don't see anything. Can I make it? Yes. Great. But this is not the place where it is, apparently, so that still doesn't help. Let me look. Look around everywhere on these trees. Not seeing anything. Oh, if I enter from here, or is that just where I was? That's just literally where I was. Damn it. I might need to go look at the picture again, unfortunately, and be a little bit more specific in how I remember the details. Oh, I don't think I've ever watched it all flood from up close. Very cool. Very nice.
Yeah, that's neat.
Really thought it was in this direction, diagonally, kind of downward. Could it be diagonally the other way? No, because the other side is all flat and doesn't have big rock. It was in this direction, and then it was like in line with some big rocks or something. This is a big rock, but it's a tree. I don't know, and this was the only one where I didn't quite get a clear picture of like what the hidden structure even looked like. So I was like, well, hopefully I'll just go look at the rocks and see something, but I don't. I'm gonna have to go take an... Oh, why am I jumping into the water? That's not smart. Let me take that back. Oops. All right, well, let's just hope we live then. Actually, I don't even want to be in the water. I want to be by the tower. Okay. The water slowed down a little bit here, luckily, so hopefully I can just... Of course, I don't have much fuel, but if I can just make it over onto one of these buildings... I can just... There. Okay, great. I'm good now. And in fact, there is fuel nearby, isn't there? I think I can reach it. Is it? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, I can reach that easily. And of course, that water breaks my fall there, so I don't crash land into the bridge. Nice. Great. I like how they have an excuse for there to be fuel because these guys loved burning things. Whereas on the Nomai planets, there would never really be fuel anywhere, and so the only places that had it are where the Outer Wilds Ventures members were. Okay, so let's... I think I have time. Where's the tower? Here. Let's go underwater again. Oh, is it too late to use the other entrance? No, it must still be there. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, but I have to. Can I just sneak in here? Or wait, where's the? Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Is the other entrance like right by the? Do you have to be inside the cave now to reach the other? When the tower falls, does it line up exactly with the cave entrance? So that it's where's the other door? Oh, there it is. Okay, great. Perfect. Wow, this is a perfect lineup. It's almost like the way I entered it by going underwater isn't what was intended, and they actually want you to do it like this, but okay, whatever. We'll look in the cave next time. Right now I just want to get that slide reel and look at its contents. Tower is so much more fun to climb when it's not full of water.
You
Okay.
don't say.
Oh, okay. And so this was probably another hint because it shows the image. Oh, this is actually a door. This is actually a door. No, we entered not sideways. Didn't we enter not sideways? Yeah, we entered not sideways once last time, I think. It's just I didn't have time to... Or did we not? Yeah, this looks like the same door as the one at the bottom of Area 3 that leads to the area. What was behind here? Behind here was the password that tells you. Okay, so basically most people wouldn't reach that door at the bottom of Area 3 until they've done this first. And you said somewhere there's a hint kind of indicating to you that you should turn off the candles in the spirit tower, which I guess I haven't found. Oh, maybe it's this. It's probably this.
It's actually not this, but...
Yeah, okay. But yeah, so when you see like a painting on a wall like this, it's not actually a door. Like at first I thought this groove in the wall represented like halfway through because it's a door, but it's not. But it does let you know that in the spirit world, this is a hint. Like, what is with that? Is there something behind this wall? Okay, what's the faster way to get out? The top or the bottom? We'll just do the top, I guess. And I want to go play the slide reel, which I can do in that building. I will need a lantern. I might have to go back to the tower to get it, but it's not like I have two hands. I can't hold two things at once. No, one of your hands needs to be on your booster, of course. So, oh, is that a broken lantern? Never mind. There would never be a lantern in the same room. That would make things too easy. I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I mean, that's the whole point of the puzzle, was that you don't realize right away that you could use a lantern there. So, of course, they don't put a working one right next to it. Let's go grab that. I feel like this will give me a hint for something I already know, though. Because you kind of already said there's a few things I found before I was supposed to, and I do feel like at this point, I know everything I need to just, you know, go get the things. Well, other than what's with those containers, but yeah, I don't know if this will give me anything mind-blowing. Something about the spirit world, it looks like. That looks like a symbol of the spirit world, though maybe it isn't. Oh, it's the symbol for the things, yeah. Oh, if you don't know about removing the lanterns to reach the door. Oh. Okay, yeah. Pointing at the moon, at the Saturn. Yeah, now you can go through, of course. But, well, the very first mural hut, it breaks on its own, right? When it floods, the lanterns broke. Mm-hmm. I didn't make any discovery. It's just the lanterns break, so of course I found it. Of course, a lot of people might not go back in there after it's flooded, right? They would just think like, well, I've already been there and there was nothing. So, yeah. It's not like I figured out removing the lanterns all on my own. It does... I would say that's just as much of a hint, if not more, as this. If you enter that building after it floods. Which I guess...
I found the flooded building. I didn't know what to do yet.
You didn't realize that you can do it in the others, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense because
I
you
didn't
don't
realize
know
it
that
had
it's because the
critical
lights
forces.
went off. You might just think, oh, it
Mhm.
flooded, so something broke and blah, blah, blah.
I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't really understand what happened. So
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, I didn't understand either. It's not like I removed the lanterns in the second one
mhm.
because I thought, oh, if there's no light, it's just. Why did I remove the lanterns? I think I was just experimenting. I think I just thought if you remove all lanterns from the room, what happens?
Mhm.
So I guess I was just checking what
It was good
happens.
experimentation.
I
Turns out.
definitely didn't make the connection though. It's not like I thought, oh, that passage opened because the lanterns broke. Well, I
Mhm.
just thought that it opened because of, the flood, it just triggered something, or I guess I didn't really think much about it at all. But yeah, here's your hint if you don't know how to get into areas 2 and 3. So I did say that area 3 is probably the first one that most people go to because it's closest to where you discover it's closest to where you can fall asleep with the artifact, and it's closest to the first slide reel burning room.
Mhm.
So it's going to be the first one you do for that stuff.
Mhm.
But if you haven't figured out this yet, then you might just go do area 1 first if you found that. Or some people might not have ever found area 1.
I mean, even if you do find it, it's flooded, so you can't do anything in there.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can't do anything in it. But then oh, you find it, it's flooded, you can't do anything in it, and you
Right.
wouldn't know how to get back to it before the flood.
Right.
Because you just assume flooding is what triggers it rather than light breaking. Right. I never went back to it before the flood then until I tried removing lanterns in area 2, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah,
That's
okay.
right.
I just assumed the flood caused it. But then when I was in area 2, I was like, well, let's experiment with lanterns. Not because I guess, well, no, because I know that there's a secret passage, so I guess I just tried removing the lanterns to see if it did anything. Okay. Great. Well, that was, I was correct. That was a hint to something I already
Yep.
know.
Yeah, it's
Oh, should I up the gamma even more for you, Scout? It's we had it at like -6 most of the time because I'm an honest game player and I can still barely visible that thing on the left. So I had it at this most of the time. So I think, yeah. But then we changed it to this because people did say that it was very dark over in the spirit world.
yeah.
And
I think
if I
I
wanted,
personally find 0.0 to be good.
yeah, we'll just leave it at 0. Okay, so now that I've done all that, well, there's not much time left in this loop, but I do have. Let's just go get a bit more fuel and. Oops! That's fine. No damage incurred. What? Did you think I was gonna bash my face against a rock? Like, not a chance. I could go back and look at the picture again, but it's also in my ship log, so I think while I'm here, I'll just try to just explore the cliffs a little bit more, just like this. Assuming I can. Oh, there's the music starting already. I don't even have time to go back to the slide burning room or whatever. Where even is it? Oh, it's in the cave. It's actually pretty easy to reach it. You think I could do it in 2 minutes? No, because Sure, let's try to go back there in 2 minutes to look at the really clear image. It's faster than trying to go up the rocks. As long as I don't dash myself on a rock, I'll reach it, no problem. So why not, right? As long as I just go off here, I'm already on course for the Mega Right path. And shouldn't really be any rocks in the way. The very first thing I come across will probably just be the landing pad. You know? Again, this is a lesson in wishful thinking. If you just will it into existence, it'll happen. There are no rocks in the way. There's one rock, but it's, oh, there's an electrical wire. Oh, no. Boost over that. Whew. No problem, and these rocks are easily dodgeable. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to the slide burning room though, but whatever. And then we just land right here. Wait, did I go the right way? Oh, did I? Oh, this is the wrong side. I thought I was on the mega right, but I was not. I was on the middle. Crap. All right. Well, without a hook shot, can't make that. Yeah, I dodged those wires and I didn't even know they were there. So, pretty impressive. It's because I'm good at Outer Wilds. If there was a leaderboard, best Outer Wilds players, I would be on there. In fact, when I beat the game, I'm sure it'll show me the leaderboard and it'll tell me that I was very good at the game. So I know I said that I want a mod that adds upgrades, you know, health pack upgrade, fuel upgrade. What are some other things you could upgrade? Ship speed, running speed. But not only should they add little upgrades everywhere, they should just add points. So every time you fly somewhere without autopilot, you get graded on how well you flew. And what else could you get points for? I mean, every fish you avoid, every enemy you avoid. I don't know, it would be hard to add points. But you could just add coins everywhere. Just like literally just coins all along around the surface of the planets. Basically, I just want blue coins. Yeah, let's add blue coins from Sunshine, but also yellow coins. The blue coins would give rewards. And then, yeah, exactly. You need to be able to spend wild bucks to get advantages. I'm already good. I'm so good at Outer Wilds. That's what I was just saying. I cannot get any gooder than I am. Look how good I am at landing my ship in here without tumbling around and stuff. Well, I mean, look, there we go. I landed perfectly upside down the wrong way, which you would think is a mistake, but to get it so perfectly, to be completely just 180 degrees wrong from the direction I intended to land, that shows intention. If I was just fumbling around, I would have landed off at like 150 degrees, 160, but I landed exactly, completely wrong from the way I intended, which is a sign of skill because I did it on purpose. Okay, found another slide burning room. Great. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, let's just see what you say in text. It shows a container marked with glowing symbol being handed to a shadowy figure. It's not a container, but okay. They follow a procession of green lights. The text is vague on what the green lights are, which matches the video, but I was just hoping they would be. Oh, but you can see multiple people walking. Hey, wait. What is... Make what explode? I exploded my ship last time. Look, here you don't see what's holding them, but I saw a faint little thing of antlers for just a split second. And then here you can definitely see it's people holding them. Or can you not? Maybe I imagine the antlers. Yeah, I exploded my ship by I crashed into the stranger while I was landing on it last time and exploded my ship. When I was trying to take the shortcut, I just crashed onto the pillar nearby and I just got out of my ship and watched it explode. Is that what you mean, or you're saying something else? Okay. So they carry the container into a secret passage behind a roaring fireplace. But you're not specifying if that was the music room or not, but that's fine. Once I go back and look at it, I'll know. Island Tower found a slide reel. It shows they can open the passage. Yeah. Oh, it was shown that they were filling into 3 of these. I didn't see them. Yeah, I crashed it and then got out immediately and just watched it burn. In fact, I did that twice. Yeah, the very first time I died was back in Dark Bramble, when I did not at all realize that my ship was about to explode due to the nuclear reactor breaking. Obviously, in retrospect, nuclear reactor break would mean something bad, but every other warning sign usually means nothing. Oh, my aft hull is broken? Who cares? It's not like an aft hull is going to do anything. The aft hull isn't going to get revenge on you for breaking it. What was I here for? To look at this. You know, this is not helpful. Was I looking at it wrong? I don't think I was, and yet... and yet I don't know. Yeah, that's what the people at Chernobyl were like. Oh, it says the nuclear reactor's broken. Well, it's not a big deal. I mean, when our aft hull broke, it was okay, so we don't need to fix our nuclear reactor. I mean, I basically, from the tower, right? Does my mouse not do anything? Trying to, here, okay, I guess I'll just point using the thing. So from the tower, using the crosshairs, one side of the tower goes into a bridge and then it splits. On its left is this lit up thing, which is like a beam that takes up your ship. And on the left is also like this whole other building with another beam thing. You don't want to be on the left of the tower, or if you're looking at the tower, you want to be on its left. From the tower's left is the two lit up things, and you don't want that. You want to be the other way from it. So when you're looking at the tower, you want to be on its left, and you want to be lined up with it on this diagonal. Between you and the tower should be the first building that you would reach if you left the tower and took right. You should be in line with those 2 points, basically. And then I can't even see from this image. I wish I had the bigger version, but it's... maybe we can get by with this. This is just like the top of the cliffs that I was on, I think. I really think, unless I somehow disoriented massively. But I can double check, because across from where I am... oh, no, the cliff continues here, and then there's a little extra ridge down there. There's a big tree to the right. I don't know. I'll go look. Oop. Oh, I've already flown. I'm so used to doing my ship log on Timberhearth that I was like, all right, let's go fly to the place. And I was like, oh, here already.
I mean...
thanks past me for flying us here. Well, let's just try that again, I guess. I could go to Area 1 and do the fireplace, but I just want to get this done while it's still on my mind. I really feel like that's where I was, though, but maybe yeah, it's right there. Look at it. You can very clearly see where to go. It's that big cliff. Isn't that where I was? Or did I not get that high up? Let's really keep our eyes on it even more this time. No, that's exactly where I was. Exactly. I climbed those little rocks that you can see on the side of it, and I went there. That's where I was. What the heck? I was correct. I remembered it. It's right up here. This is it. So how did I not find it? Should I be looking lower down on this? Not gonna jump into the water to check that. It can look a little bit more like here, some cave. Oh, is it just the cave? No, the cave is over there by the tower. No, it's not the cave. Okay, let's just take another look then. I guess I wasn't thorough enough in my looking. Okay, come on, let's go. Ah. It's this. It is here. It's right here, man. It's right here. I don't know what to tell you. This is the place. Yep. From there, you want to be in line with that building and the tower, but not quite in line with it, a little bit to its left-ish. So you want to be like here. Fuck you, tree. I know you've got the thing in you. Do I have to fly to the top of it and drop down? Was there... my flashlight is on. I can see everything inside this goddamn tree. And wait, what is AZ5 by the I was like, I read it, I was like, oh yeah, I get it. You meant that and then I just realized like, wait, I don't actually know what that meant. You know, there's times when your brain just fills something in, like, oh, AZ5, yeah, you meant like, you know, something about using my keyboard, my mouse, like, wait, no. Okay, I don't, do you want me to, should I climb the trees, maybe? If I climb them all and look from up top, I can see something? Slide burning room is up in the sky on top of this tree. If I keep climbing. No. I mean, whatever. I don't care. It's the button to shut down. Oh, nice. Trivia? Like common knowledge? You're telling me a fish climbed this tree? Hey, what? I mean, I like the perspective from here. It's very cool. Looks nice. What's with these wooden pillars? That's not normal tree roots. That's like they put pillars here, right? Yeah, it's not like they're organically coming from the tree. Nice. I haven't seen that series or learned about its history. I know there's an actual event. It's not just a TV show, TV miniseries, but okay, I just don't. I guess I need to go look at the bigger version of the image again or something. Waiting for the flood wouldn't do anything. This tree is not gonna get flooded. I guess the pillars are just part of the tree. Just a normal part of the tree, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, isn't it... Okay. Trees in the real world don't look like this, do they? This tree is like dripping pillars. It not only branches out upwards, but some pillars just droop down from it. Is that normal? Are trees like that in the real world? Ugh, I'm in the right place. I followed the image. Why won't you? I know I'm using up all my fuel for nothing, but it's not for nothing. It's to vent my frustrations. It's this. It's here. This is truly a puzzle. This is a puzzle game. I wish this was more of a walking simulator where I just have to walk forward and it shows me all the things. Come on. I mean, it certainly is a puzzle, but it's... What am I meant to do? I mean, I'm not gonna get anything by just staring at the tree over and over. And I'm out of fuel, so I think USA nuclear codes were 000. Wow. Of course, no one would guess that. No one would try that. It does sound kind of fake. Hey, what's this tree? Is that a different... no, I definitely need to be up on this cliff. There isn't any point in me looking at some other tree that isn't this tree. Look at it from up here. Oh, I'm out of fuel though, so I guess... How is there nothing? I need to go look at the image then again and like really... Because for the other two, it was really obvious what changed because it added the shack, it added the metal grates. This one, it wasn't very obvious what changed, and even from the ship log, I can't really tell, so let's use the last of my fuel to give myself a bit of a landing here. Oh, I didn't even take damage, haha. And there we go, there's the fuel. And I think I should just go... Yeah, I think I should go look at the I should go look at the hint again in full screen. So, man, last time didn't I try and go like, oh, I thought that was the right, but the right is actually, how's that not the right? That really looks like the right. Isn't that where I went last time? Somehow it wasn't right enough. Weird. But I'm gonna do it on a boat this time, and it should be fine. I wonder if these things have any hints on them, even though you can't translate it. Seems like somewhere they could hide a hint in plain sight without you thinking about it, because you look at it once, you're like, oh, it's showing me there's a tower. No, I don't think there's anything off about this. What's on the other side of them? Nothing. Yeah, no. No hint. Oh, this is not where I can take a boat, though. It's where a boat can be risen up. There's gotta be somewhere with a boat here. Oh, there, perfect. So that's not the right. The right is, I guess, just more to the right? It's gonna be really hard to steer the boat that way, though. I can try, but I don't think I can. Oh, I guess I can make it. Maybe it's easier when before the dam breaks, because it was really hard the other time. This must be the right. There's nowhere more right to go. Well, this is what I did last time, but I don't know. Okay, sure. I'll go this way, and I'll pray that it's actually the right and not the middle. See, this music is not spooky at all. This music clearly indicates that you're just on a jungle adventure, which is not scary. Yeah, okay, this was the right. I thought this is where I went last time. Oh, I think I accidentally... Oh, yeah, you actually need to go this way. I think I missed this path, and I guess I went to the middle then. Okay. Great. Yeah, this music is really nice. I might prefer the music that they play in the spirit world. That one's also nice, though I kind of need to hear the whole thing, but that one is very beautiful and haunting. Oh, can't go up that way. All right, to the Panda Cave. I think I'd have to go there again, because I did a very good job memorizing the positions of the images. You have to admit I did. I went right there. Even before getting the refresher in my ship log, I went there. I found it. I knew exactly what cliff it was on. I remembered. And yet, I was not rewarded for my remembering. Because I guess... I mean, maybe it's my own fault. I wasn't diligent enough in, like, really pinpointing what to look for. Because obviously with the other two, I was like, okay, it's the shack. Oh, there's metal grates, so it was easy. With that one, I was like, I can't really see what changed, but I'll just go there and I'm sure I'll find it. But you know what? That's fine. I always forget about this ghost matter. Not dangerous. Just catches me off guard. Because most of this planet has no ghost matter. It's only in 2 places, so I forget that it exists. But yeah, it's my own fault for not being detailed enough. It's my own fault. I was like, yeah, I can't really tell what that image is showing, but you know, I'll wing it. It'll be okay. Oh. A little bit of music here too, huh? Oh, I need to put in the... This is the place that shows me the locations, right? I just...
Yes, you're in the right place.
This is the real test of my... I know, I can just ask, but
okay.
I'm testing my memory. I'm testing my memory, and I am not currently succeeding. No, it alternated between the star and the half planet. And then at the top, there was... Do they look like they're glitching out, or is that just my, like, computer messing up? You see
I don't
that?
know. Yeah, I see it.
They're flickering.
They're
Oh.
not supposed to do that, so...
Yeah, that's just, I guess, a visual glitch. Okay. Whatever. We don't have time for that. What's the password? I'm close. I know I'm close.
Yeah, it's moon, planet, moon, star, star.
Oh.
You have the correct moon. Just
Moon, planet, moon, star, star. Oh, okay. I thought it alternated between star and half moon, but I guess that was not correct. I remember there were 2 of each, but they don't alternate. Okay. Then in that case, I was never gonna get it.
I knew the password, so it's not like it's...
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. So before lighting it up, this is what it looks like. This is where I was. Right? This is the tree that was down there that I said, oh, there's another tree, but I'm not going to drop down to it. And these are the 3 trees that I kept looking at. And so then when you light it up, it tells you that it's right under this tree. Or under, on top of, inside, who knows? Yeah. But I can't tell what changes. With the others, you can easily tell part of the structure that change it. Oh. There are always white lights like that when I'm
Yeah,
in a lantern?
it does that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weird.
So this is what it's like when I'm blocking its view. What changes? Nothing changes. I mean, here the rocks are everything is all green. When you do this, their color changes a bit. Is it showing me that there's like a whole hidden valley underneath, or is it just the color changing? I think it's just the color changing. And okay, I know exactly which tree it is now. I'm very specific that it's on that 3rd tree, the southmost tree, or I think it's northmost actually, because north is closest to the dam, but you know what I mean. It's that one. It's not that really big one. It's the slightly smaller one. Nothing really changes though. That's what's weird. Let me look at the others again for a bit of a hint. So here, if I'm blocking the light, you see nothing, but when it's there, you very clearly see a grate. The thing that changes is not right on top of the spirit elf image, but it is nearby. Something changes. This light is very specific. The light is just big enough to show me the spirit elf. It's a spirit elf up close and a panda from far. It's just big enough to cover the spirit elf and the grate. The physical thing that changes is not directly on top of the spirit elf, though. It's just close. It's letting you know the entrance to reach the spirit elf. Here, it is one and the same. The thing that is different is right there on the spirit elf. The spirit elf is right... It doesn't have any dotted lines around it, because it's right there in that shack. Here, there are dotted lines around it. What does that mean? I think what it means is like, it's not literally right here, right behind this wall. Like for the shack, it is right behind that shack. For here, it's not right behind this. It's like further back. So maybe that's what lines indicate. Like in some video games, if something is like behind things, it like kind of gives you some indicator that like, you know, it's behind this structure. Spy Party does that, not with dotted lines, but you know, you can still see a thing behind a structure. does that work inside? I don't even remember. But yeah, you know what I mean. Maybe that's what the dotted... Either way, the dotted lines mean it's not right there. And so here, it's... See, yeah, it's the same thing. Dotted lines, it's not right underneath the tree. It's in that area, and yet the part that they lit up is really big here. So for the other two, the part that's lit up is just right there. This one is the smallest circle. And then this one, actually this one's pretty small too. It's right there. Here it's not. So what I think this is telling me is basically that somewhere in this area, and the fact that they needed to make the circle this big, somewhere maybe along the wall basically, right? Because they needed the circle to be that big. Somewhere along the wall here, you will find a passage, probably to a cave, that you follow that will lead you back here. Is that the music already? Yeah. You know, I would really like to listen to the music to its conclusion, but there is no reason to. There's nothing for me to do in these last 2 minutes, so... Yeah, it's too bad. I wish there was a reason. Like in Outer Wilds, I feel like there's always a reason, because there's always more to explore. But here it's like, yeah, no. I mean, here there can also always be more to explore. There's just nothing this loop. Make a beeline for church, run back to my ship. What'd you say?
You've explored a lot of things, so...
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to do in that loop. If there was anywhere else that I could go in the last 2 minutes, I would have made use of my time. And no, enjoying things is not enough, Scout. Everything is about efficiency. We must always be efficient. Art is not efficient. It's a waste of time. I like how I speed up so much that you see like the effect every time. Probably not how you're supposed to launch off from a planet. Just reach max speed immediately. You're probably supposed to kind of go a little bit slow. Everyone's probably looking like, oh god, he's gonna crash. And they're right, I will. In at least 2 or 3 out of the like 500 parallel universes. How many cycles do you think we've done? Is there any counter for that in the game?
Yes.
There's a stats page somewhere, isn't there? Did we find one at some point?
Yeah, you did.
Where was that? Yeah, that's why, like, it sounds familiar now. Somewhere in the game that gave you stats, or just on a menu somewhere?
Somewhere in the game that tells you how many loops you've been through.
But it's not just like some room with a bunch of statistics in it like in other games, is it? Or was it?
I mean, it's diegetic.
What the fuck kind of fancy word is that? Speak English, nerd.
It's something that's real in the game that tells you how many loops you've been through.
Like my ship log?
No.
Something real. The ship log isn't something real in the game. It's not diegetic.
I mean, it kind of is, but like...
Right. There's something that tells you.
Yep. You've seen it, and you didn't realize what it meant at the time.
I mean, it would probably be something with the statues. Did something in the Ash Twin project? Were there numbers on the wall there or something, or numbers near the statue, or?
No, it's not in the Ash Twin project, but you're on the right track.
Could it be the statue in the museum?
No.
Giant's Deep. Yeah, that's also the statue room, but my statue isn't in that room on Giant's Deep.
It's not the statue that says it.
Is it Gabbro?
Well, it kind of is a statue, but not Gabbro's or yours.
But there's something in the statue room on Giant's Deep that tells you?
Not in the statue room.
The drone? How many times the drone is fired?
Mm-hmm.
But that's a really big number. Do you have to like subtract the current really big number from whatever
Yes.
number it was at?
Yes, you do.
Ah.
The first loop of the game is the loop where the probe finds the eye. So you see that
Oh, it
number.
is?
Yes. You see that number, and then you add a
You
number
can
of loops
subtract,
to see what the current number loop is. Yeah.
Right. The fact that it finds the eye on our first loop, is that... What does that mean? Is that just a coincidence, or is that...
No.
How does that work? The loop started when it found the eye? Why? Why would the loop start when it found the eye? Wasn't it... No,
Why
no.
would the loop start before finding
The
the eye?
loops only
Or
started when it
finding
found the
the
eye.
What happens?
What happens when they find the eye?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Statues auto-syncing in case of emergency. Did finding the eye make something bad happen that triggered the sync? I mean, I was asking, but I guess I can just try to remember on my own, because this is apparently a part of the plot that I didn't really understand. I didn't get. The loop started when they found the eye. In other words, before the eye was found, I would not start looping. That's what you're saying. I thought the loop started... Oh, yeah, because I asked why is it that that statue only like locks onto you in the museum that right then. It only locks on when you're leaving, not when you enter. So I asked what was with that timing. My memory of the loop started then. Well, my memory of the loop is the loop. No one else is looping. Everyone else just dies. The only thing that loops is your memories. Your memories go through a black hole because your memories are in the statue. You were looping, you just don't start remembering. Well, I guess you were looping in the sense that as long as at least one person or thing goes back 22 minutes, everyone is in a loop. So sure, but my memories weren't looping until the eye is found. Something to do with the auto sync in case of emergency? Is that what MSG is saying? Right, you've been going through the loop the whole time. The statue didn't activate because of the computer program. What does that mean? What's the computer program? Your conscious awareness of the loop started that. Before then, you were right. You were like all the other Hearthians, but there isn't actually a loop, right? Like time advances, the universe explodes, and if we didn't set up any memories to go back, then everyone would just die. But as soon as one memory goes back, it creates another, alternate reality, timeline, whatever, where those 22 minutes get relived. So I guess, that means loopage is happening. But Paris said there is no loop until they find the eye. What would change when they find the eye? Right. I guess as long as the drone goes back 22 minutes, which it does, or the memory of the drone goes back 22 minutes, it is happening over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, the very first one when the eye is found was my first loop. Because I'm back in the base game.
I'm not actually sure if I have this completely correct, but
I don't know. Just tell me at this point. It's not like it's a plot thing. It's not going to be relevant to the DLC, right? It's not like the computer program run the eye program until the eye is found, then activate statues. Oh.
Right.
Oh,
It activates the statues when it finds the eye. They don't want people to live through the 8 million loops where they didn't find the eye.
okay. I see. I did
Mhm.
not. Yeah, I never got any of that. Statues activate in case of success or failure. So if something goes wrong or if they find the eye, then they activate. Right.
Yep. And it did
So they
succeed.
didn't have their people living over and over until the eye was
Right.
found.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But then once the eye is found, they go through the loop so that they can, you know, stop the loop.
Oh, okay. And so
Get
that's
the,
why
get the
my
data
first
and then
loop.
stop the loop, etc.
Right. Okay. But wait, once the eye was found, what did you say? What's their plan when the eye is found then? What do they do in those 22 minutes?
They don't actually destroy the sun like in their timeline. They send the
right.
directive
This was
for the
planned
sun.
not for the sun being exploding. They were exploding it over and over. Right. Obviously, they weren't trying to do it with only 22 minutes. Go, stupid boat. They weren't doing it with only 22 minutes. They were planning to just do it blowing up the sun on their own.
Yeah, they're
Right,
blowing up the
and then
sun
once
in the
they
future.
find it, then they just don't blow up the sun. Okay.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Please.
Exactly.
Damn it.
That's why there's a moral quandary over it. Like, if they weren't actually gonna blow up the sun. Like, there's no like.
Right.
But the moral quandary
got
is like,
that.
is it okay to blow up the sun in the future? You know, dooming people in other timelines. Like, they don't say it explicitly, but
Right. Okay, yeah, I guess I get it now. I really didn't realize that the statues only activate when they find the eye. I just thought they...
right.
Actually it's... Whoops, I don't want to be there. I want to be, like, here. I want to... Yeah, I think going up here is still going to be the best way to reach where I want to go. But, of course, I can't go up the goddamn current. Yes, I can. Is it murder if you're in a time loop? Yeah. That is what we were discussing. It's true. Okay. So, this is where it is. And specifically, it is under this tree. But we do not reach it from this tree. But the circle is big. The circle is big. The highlight circle is very big. Not only is the highlight circle very big, but there are very clear stepping stones here, which indicates that this might be where they wanted you to start from. God, I hope I don't have to go back and look at the image again. Oh, hey, what's that? Oh, maybe the stepping stones are not where they want you to start from. They're where they want you to go down. Oh, so that's the point of why it says they activate in case of... I never understood the thing about them activating in case of failure, because it was like, if they fail, wouldn't it be better? Oh, that's why they... Because their memory... Because I think I asked at the time, if they fail, why would you activate them? If they fail, shouldn't they just send you a message saying, hey, failure, come troubleshoot? But they have to activate because the failure would be in a timeline that you don't know about.
Right. Yes. It's a little bit confusing, but yeah, that's the basic premise.
Oh, it's not that I'm looking for a cave along the wall that leads me under the tree. It's that I literally just have to go under the tree. This is probably right underneath it.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, leads to a bunch of places.
I don't know if it was obvious to you because I don't know if your colorblindness was affecting it, but the image did show the grass turning to water, like it was showing.
Well, that's what I said. I said it looked like the texture of it was changing, but I didn't know what that meant.
You figured it out ultimately.
I couldn't tell that it was water. It did make me think for a bit that it was showing me like a lower level. But because all of the grass and the plains were still there, I was like, nah, it just changes color under the flashlight, I guess, or something.
Yeah. Can you get fuel here? Just out of curiosity. From this tank in front of you.
There's a tank?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. I didn't notice it. It blended in with the other stuff. So
I
before
felt like I'd just tell you about that, because why not?
So before I take the lantern and stuff, I just want to see where is this going to lead. I'm guessing it's going to be another passage back into a slideshow watching room, because they all had a bunch of doors and it is right nearby. And they obviously need you to have a really easy path to reach one. Yeah, okay.
Yep. By the way, you know, a small little mystery here. This is the room that you found on the first loop of
Okay.
Being a Stranger. That you didn't know what it was, but it was like, oh, this is a slide burning room. What the hell is that?
Which
you
room?
just sort
This?
No, not this. The room that you just found.
I found that. I've been there before?
Yeah. Yes, you have. And you didn't know you didn't know what you had found. You didn't even know how you got there. You were just kind of flying around.
I flew around and I like went down here and I landed right here.
Yes, you did.
And I found this.
Yes, you did.
And what did I do? Oh, I probably
You didn't have time to really process it.
the loop ended.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the loop.
But did I like go through here and just reach the slideshow room?
No, you did not.
So the loop ended with me just standing around in that room.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And then you got the log that said a slide burning room. You're like, I don't know what that means. Did I find that?
Yeah, I know. That's yeah.
It was very confusing. Understandably so. It's not your fault.
I completely forgot that I had ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you were here.
That's
I
crazy.
remember it.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what slide burning room meant. I was like, I found rooms with slides. I didn't think they were burning, but sure.
We were all like, LOL, oh god, Dels found this thing really early.
Yeah, okay. I found this. I have no memory of this room because it's full of slide reels on Ash. But if at the time I didn't know they were slide reels, I would have just been like, okay, it's just a room full of junk.
I actually think that this room might have been flooded. I don't remember.
How would I have found it if it was flooded? The river would have been really high. It would have been hard. Oh, look at
yeah, I think you were getting swept away by the river, and you were like looking for refuge.
Oh,
basically.
okay. Yeah, and so I just entered a room full of junk, flooded, didn't see anything that was in it, and the game was like, "You found the slide burning room." Like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
So before I take this, let's think about how I'm gonna get out of here. There is definitely no hole in the ceiling this time, but I'm assuming I can drop down here? Yeah, easy. Okay, that's no problem. Oh, you can see the broken bridge, of course. Yeah, both of these use the same gimmick. There's like a hidden hole in the ceiling / floor that you can leave through. The first one, or rather area number 3, was the hardest one. Oh, I guess they have already established that removing all light from a little nook changes it. Because in the mural huts, it opens the passage, and I guess here, it's just the same mechanism. It's not that this is like a quantum thing, it's just when you remove all light, it changes, because that's how their things work. They work based on light, so, okay. So this is the one for Area 2. Now, I haven't even finished exploring all of Area 2, so, yeah.
That's a good point, Agnes. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, what is this? The label for the lantern is red error color, while the rest of the slide is green blue, so that is why the ship log says it is an obvious error. What error?
Mm-hmm. This is about the lantern, like leaving the lantern's area.
What's a lantern?
The artifact.
Oh, okay, you're talking about the...
Yeah.
So on a... The label for the lantern is... What's a label?
So it showed like a person putting down the artifact and then leaving the area, and then the slide reel had like a big red like label that was like very like intensely red, like this is wrong, like this should not be happening.
Oh, I don't even know if I would have. I don't know if that's a colorblind.
The error report isn't referring to the person like making a mistake. It's referring to a glitch in the simulation.
Right. It's telling you that that's a glitch by flashing red.
Report. Yeah, it's a bug report. Yeah.
I probably noticed that. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing was, I mean, it was showing a glitch. It just didn't look like an error to me because the person puts it down on purpose.
Like Agnes said, it's a minor thing.
I probably noticed it was red. I mean, if it, I mean, I guess if everything else is green, red and green, I think I probably noticed. I mean, it was, I don't know. I don't feel like that's particularly relevant to the understanding of it. I guess
it's not.
I guess if you say that
no.
red is the color of glitches, then flashing red would.
I did wonder a little bit, just because earlier you were saying like an error report, and you thought like the guy's doing it very deliberately. He didn't make an error. I was like, no, that's not what it means.
Sure, I guess. I don't know.
It's supposed to be a bug. It's a bug report, basically. Like, oh, if you do this,
right.
simulation fucks
yeah,
up.
if it called it a bug report, I would have understood. Error report. Yeah, exactly. Error report made it sound like something went wrong. Like, oh, oh God, they messed up. We messed up. It's not supposed to be this way. Go back. So it didn't register as an error to me. I would continue to argue intensely that the owl deer in the slideshow did not make an error.
Well, he's reproducing the error. Like,
yes, sure, an error in the coding. Except
he's
probably not.
He's a QA guy. He's like, here's how you reproduce this bug.
Right. Is it a bug though, or is it just like a limitation of the engine? But
whatever. I don't know.
So that, again, that's probably why I categorized it as not an error. I don't think it had anything to do with whether or not I noticed that it was like flashing red. It flashed. I definitely noticed that it flashed. I mean, I'll go look at it again, but
we just weren't sure.
Right.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
If I saw that it was red, I would have known that red is the color of errors, and I never would have said that it's not an error.
Anyway, it's not super important. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What's the difference between an error and a bug? I mean, I think if it called it a bug report, I would have said, oh, okay, yeah, it's a bug. I still don't think of it as an error, though, even if it does flash red. Sorry, I just don't think of that as an error. It's just not how I would describe that. Especially because it's obviously intentional. Like, when they built it, they were like, all right, you need to bring your lantern with you to render things. We're not going to render everything. It's basically like if I was playing a game that had like a sort of low field of view because it didn't want to like load everything at once. And I said, oh, there's an error. You haven't loaded that tree 500 meters away. It only loads when I get closer to it. There's an error, right? It would be like, that's not an error. That's just, we can't load everything all at once.
I mean, sure.
So again, that's probably why I did not categorize it as an error. It's like if I went up to a door in Metroid Prime and I shot it and it took 10 seconds to open, and I said, oh, I'm submitting an error report. And, the devs would be like, that's not an error. It's just, we need loading time. So, when they not only was it not something I would consider an error, but when they like put it on a slide reel like that, I guess I didn't think of it as an error. I thought of it as like a thing showing me something about how the world loads. So that's why when the ship log said you found an error report, I was like, no, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay. So this is area 2. But we're starting over here at a telescope. So area 2 is the tower. What is Super Mario 64 BLJ? So, I mean, I like my analogy. It's like if I submitted a bug report because something 500 meters away didn't load, and the devs would say that's not a bug, that's not an error. We just don't load things if you're not next to them.
Fair enough, but the game is calling it a.
The game is calling it an error, but I'm just saying that's why I did not register that that's what the game meant by an error log.
I wouldn't worry about this right now. It's fine.
Yeah. It's like how there's, I think I saw like this video that was going around. It was probably like Starfield or something. And it was a video of like, look, rain only, I think I saw like an article, rain only renders around your character. Because if they used hacks and they zoom out when it's raining, there's just a big cloud of rain around your character and nothing else. There's no rain anywhere. So if you zoom out and look behind your character, there's no rain. And you know, the devs just said like, yep, that's how we do it. That's how it's done. So it's basically like that. The fact that it only renders what's around you, I wouldn't really consider that an error, but apparently the game does, and it flashes it red accordingly. Okay. So I guess in this case, the equivalent of zooming the camera out to see past the rain is putting your lantern down. You're not supposed to put your lantern down. We were supposed to have that lantern glued to your hand, but you know, you put it down. Okay. Imagine every time you go in the spirit world, you look down at your hands and they have become one with the lantern. Your flesh is fused to it. We fixed the bug. It won't happen again. No risk. Okay. So I need to go somewhere where there's a telescope. I need to go somewhere where there's a telescope, and from there I need to enter the building to the side of it and go inside that building and get on a boat and get off at a place with a pillar, and then I get back on the boat. Well, go to a hand, light up, turn off the lights in the center, go down the staircase. Okay, this one's weird because in the other two, we follow the container the whole time. But then for this one, we leave the container halfway through. Oh, backwards long jump, right. I mean, it depends on if it was intended by the devs. I don't know if it was or not. You take the container, you get on the boat with it, and they took it past this pillar, but then the person delivering it got back on the boat and used a hand to turn off some lights and then went down the middle. Okay. Oh, right, because I'd already found the thing down the middle, but there's a bell that wakes you up. I guess you have to turn off the lights so that the bell doesn't wake you up, or I don't know. I'm really unsure about this. Hey, was this water here a moment ago?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think there might have been a flood. Okay, well, now that I have both of those, I think we start with area... I was gonna say we start with area 1, but I mean, I guess we're already here, so I guess I'll start with this one. In my final, like, 10 minutes. Might as well, right? Not even 10, probably less. They accidentally did not cap Mario's backwards speed. Oh, I don't have an artifact. In that case... Where do you get an artifact for this? I guess all the way back at the artifact shack? Because for area 3, you can get an artifact from the artifact experiment room. For area 1, you can get it from the shack. But for area 2, I think you'd have to bring one over from those other places, right? So... just reset. I think if it's something the devs did not intend, it's a bug. If it's a limitation that they knew about but put in just to save resources, then I wouldn't call it a bug or an error. But it technically it causes an error in the user experience if you do it. It would certainly look like an error if you... Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming that it's just to save resources. So...
Yeah, the game's telling you it's an error report, though, so...
So obviously the game is right. I'm not saying the game is wrong. I'm just saying that's why I really didn't think of it as an error report.
I know. I mean, I understand what you were thinking. I just like...
Sure, let's look at it then. So it flashes red. Showed me that. Where does it... Oh, a secret well. The reel I found in the slide burning room shows a container marked with a glowing symbol being handed to a shadowy figure. The lights are extinguished and the figure carries the container down into a dark... Wait, they don't... What do you mean a well? That's a well? That really doesn't look like a well to me. All I see is a pillar and a dark cave.
Not that. That's not what they're talking about.
The well is the thing in the middle? Yeah, but I don't have the container anymore.
So you gave someone the container, and then they go extinguish it, and now
Oh,
they're carrying the
are they
container down
holding
the
it
well.
there? I don't see
Yes.
it. They're holding it.
Yeah.
I didn't notice because it was very small. Okay. And so then where is it? The Forbidden Archive? Sure, let's look at the error report.
I actually don't know. Is it in color here? It might not be in color.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it still flashes either way.
Yeah.
Oh, or does it? Oh, was the text flashing red? Something flashing
Yeah, that
red?
text there is flashing red in the real thing.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I didn't really pay attention to the fact that the text was flashing red. I'm pretty sure I could tell it's red, but it just wasn't the main important thing in that. I mean, I also just didn't think of it as an error report because it seemed to be showing me a feature. It just seemed to be letting me know, hey, if you want to do this, here's how.
The fact that you don't think that it was important is exactly why we were pointing it out. Because if you could see the difference between the color.
If you see that it's flashing red, you would know that it was an error because flashing red is the universal sign for error.
It's the thing that draws your eye.
I don't think it drew my eye.
That's why we brought
Not because I'm colorblind, but just because it didn't seem like a relevant. The fact that they were walking outside the bubble seemed a lot more important.
It's extremely obvious.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and look at it now.
But it's if you can't tell the difference between colors very well, it might not be.
Well, you're saying what? It was previously flashing green and then it starts flashing red?
Yeah, the flashing red is like really like prominent.
Uh-oh.
It's like, whoa, flashing red thing. Okay, I guess I'll look at that.
I feel like it's more just that I just didn't care because it just didn't seem like the most relevant part of the slide.
Right, but it doesn't seem relevant to you because you can't see it as easily.
I feel like I can probably tell the difference in the colors. It just didn't look relevant, but I will go back and look at it now because
it would have been completely impossible for us to not think it was relevant.
Okay.
I don't know how else to put it.
So basically what you're saying is the text flashed green the whole time, but then it started flashing red in a very blatantly obvious way where it would be the thing that you notice.
Powerfully obvious. It's completely impossible to not notice.
Okay, I'll go take a look at it next time I'm back there, which will be later, I guess. Once I found all three. Ooh, splashy. Once I have found all three doors, I will go back and look at it. But I feel confident that the reason I didn't notice it is most likely just because it just didn't seem relevant. The relevant part was that you can walk outside the bubble. What's in a little untranslatable text box just doesn't seem
Well, I
to
mean,
me...
yeah, the fact that you couldn't walk outside the bubble is the relevant part. But, like...
Right, I'm saying that I think that even if the green and red are very visible to me, I think all I would have seen is, oh, you can walk outside the bubble, and then I wouldn't really have cared about little details like the color. But, I don't know, we'll see when we go back. I will tell you if I can see the difference or not.
Sure.
What am I doing? I'm going to sleep in the very first mural hut. And then I'm going to go through the stealth area into the building, but not in the music room, maybe? Maybe there's some other way in. Cannot tell. Because the back of the music room wouldn't have a fireplace in it. The back of the music room just had a place where they were playing music. Maybe it did have a fire. There was one guy standing at the back. I don't remember if he was in front of a fireplace or not. It's just not a detail I would have noticed. I guess that's the way the game works, though. If you don't know that you should be looking for a fireplace, yeah, there might have been one in that room at the back, but maybe not. Yeah, I thought it was a helpful scroll just telling you what to do if you want to break boundaries. Oh, you know, it is a very useful thing to just do in general. What happens if I do it here? Because you can get a really good view of like a lot of stuff when you do that. I'm worried I'm gonna fall into the water, but I didn't. It's just so much easier to navigate like this, honestly. Really should have just kept it like this the whole time. Oh, well. I was gonna say ooh, you can extinguish without your I was like, damn, I can't do anything here because I'm not holding the lantern. And I was like, wait, I can extinguish without the lantern? How does that make sense? And then I was like, oh, it's because extinguishing does not use the lantern. There's the boat path. There's, yeah, I don't know. I guess there's not really anything I can do without the lantern here. So much easier to navigate. Well, let me just run along here just for fun. See what this place looks like when it's not all in the dark. Ah, now it makes sense because I remember crossing this and then I was confused about the location of the bridge, but the bridge is right here. It's just in order to get up there, you have to cross it once. And then, oh, did I ever find those stairs? I feel like the way I got there wasn't with stairs, but maybe it was. So you would go, but then you'd have to turn back around, reach these stairs. And then from there you could do the, oh, okay. Layout of this, ow, what? Layout of this place makes more sense now. I have to, okay. I was like, where did I put my lantern though? I don't see it in the dark, but no, it's right there. Oh, and I had to extinguish that anyway. That's an important part of the thing. There we go. Great, it all works out. Right, extinguishing is what opens this, which takes me to the boat. That's not where I want to go though. Right. I want to go here using the hand. Okay. Great. And then, sure, we'll light this up. Why not? Oh, and this just took me directly where I want to go. We are now in the area. And so my thought... Actually, I'm not sure anymore. No, this is not the area. The area is still one more hand away, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, this is how we first got here. And there was a hand. And the area is... which way is it? Oh, it's here. This, yes. And that's why the slide reel started by showing them going up a little bridge, which is this one. And so then, sure, I'll light the candles, though it is a sign that someone has been here. Well, the guy's gonna be here, but basically I wanted to follow a path to the left. Just be ready to conceal whenever it's needed. Follow a path to the left, and then loop around back to the right. And that's basically where this guy is going. And yet, it's not... Oh, well, you know what would actually help me see better is if I just do it without the lantern for a moment. That's actually a pretty good idea. It's not like I need the lantern right now. And if I can get a good lay of the land without it, that'll be better.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it might even just be like what you really should do, because if you enter the room without... Hey, there must be 2 of them. There's no way that guy... Yeah, there are 2 of them. See, I was right about that. Okay. Which is why I thought that these were the 2 who got locked into the crap. Oh, there's 2 buildings here? I always thought there was only this one. The door is closed, but that's where they come out of. Now, if they... Ooh, what's back there? If they can't see me, I could maybe sneak past them through the door, but I think if you touch them, they'll still adjust your spine, as the game called it. And so... Yeah. I don't think I can get inside the door. Oh, they can see me! What?
Oh, wow.
Why is it that the one in the basement in that other place didn't react until I was touching him, but this guy saw me right away?
I guess he saw you with his light? I don't know.
Maybe, or... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it really matters much, but I guess... I don't know. I mean, that guy was in like a small room, but he had a light. These guys are explicitly patrolmen, though, so maybe they're more perceptive. Oh, so it's when you enter their light. No, Wiggs. According to the achievement, he just adjusted my spine. Was he turned around? No, because he was right. We opened a door, and he was just right there in a small little room. I don't know. We can try him again sometime if we go back there. I mean... I think I came up with a theory for this last time. When you don't have a lantern, they cannot see that you're friend-shaped. In fact, I think they might be able to not see you at all. Let me look down at some point when I have my lantern off. If I look down, yeah, there's nothing. That's why my theory last time was that if we don't have a lantern, we don't have an avatar, because there isn't one programmed for us. You know, they have this, you know, virtual version of themselves, but we don't seem to have anything. And so I thought that guy only noticed us when we touched him, and then because something touched him and he can't see what it is, he's gotta just frantically murder. But in this time, it does seem like they could see me, so I don't know, it's kind of weird. Either way, much easier to see what's going on like this. Though it looks like this area doesn't really have anything in it, it's just a big area. Maybe you have to follow it specifically the way those lights went in order to reach the place you... Because why did the lights curve around to the left instead of just, you know, immediately going to the right? That's the weird part. So is it possible that you have to follow that path to trigger something? Or is it just... Wow, this island is huge. Wait, how did I not find any path to the building? Is the... Wait, what? Okay. I guess maybe that's because the path to the building only appears if it's being guided by light? Is that it? Because obviously I've been to the building before and I did it by following this guy. Hey. I followed this guy and he always took me to the building. So he's gonna do that again, right? Oh, it was through a path underground, okay. But the path underground is actually not the one you want then, is it? That's not what happened in the slideshow. In the slideshow, there was a path above ground. Oh, no, wait, is that the flood? God damn it, I forgot I don't have time for this. Yeah, we're about to... This is not gonna happen. Bye. I could go to area 2, but I kind of want to get this area 1 stuff done, so we'll just go back. See, that's the thing. In the base game, even if time has passed and something has become inaccessible, you still usually have incentive to just kind of keep exploring. Like in the base game, even, well, I guess I didn't learn meditation right away, but I felt like there weren't as many times where, you know, it's not like I was ever like, oh, the sand filled up this thing on Ash Twin, I'll just meditate. Well, actually I might have if I had the meditate feature at the time. But I feel like in the DLC, it's become a lot more common for me to be like, well, I want to finish doing the thing I'm doing, so I'll meditate. Whereas in the base game, that was never my thought process. It was always, well, I've ran out of time here, but I can go here, I can go here, I can go there. Maybe that's just because I'm more experienced at the game now, so I'm just kind of more focused. Because until I knew about meditate, like dying just, you know, it just seemed like you shouldn't just, it's not like I was ever going to just jump and kill myself to go back. And even when I had the meditate, it just always seemed good to make full use of your time. Whereas here, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, that's what I did a few streams ago. Every time the tower flooded in Area 1, I was like, okay, I'll go to Area 2 for the next 10 minutes. But now I just feel like focusing a bit more on getting this thing done. Plus Area 2, I have a lot more to explore there, so I don't really want to limit myself to only the last 10 minutes. Oh, that was a very nice little tumble. That was like a ballerina roll. That was perfect. Do ballerinas roll? Gymnast roll? Yeah, ballerinas roll. They roll gracefully, just like I did. All right, back to the artifact shack. I've become such an expert at not getting hit by the ghost matter. Ow! Well, I said I was an expert at not getting hit by ghost matter, not by getting hit by the floor. The floor hit me there. Yeah, sure, I can just go into this. Why not? It'll leave my boat in a very easy to remember place if I want to go take it to reach the tower. Though I'll probably use up my whole 22 minutes here, but you know, you never know. If I get this all done in 10 minutes. Oh, you know, I should have looked at the slideshow again. I'm assuming it was in my ship log, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Because, I mean, yeah, I'll go with my lantern off, assuming that helps. I will go look at that music room again to see if it has a fire in it. And looking at that room will likely kill me, but it is for science. And then once I've ascertained if it has a fire in it, great, life is easy. If it doesn't have a fire in it, it means that I need to actually figure out what the hell that thing was showing me about, you know, following the procession of lights on that curved path. Because that really doesn't make sense, especially because there aren't 3 people carrying lights now. There may have been a long time ago when they filmed that movie, but there certainly are... Ow! Certainly aren't... Can you die in here if you fall enough? Because I fell like 3 times the other day, and it did not kill me. Where's the... Where am I going? Is it just not here? Here? Looks like it would be there, but how am I so lost? Haven't I taken this path already so many times? This is where I came from. Then you turn to your left. Oh, because if you arrived here, I had 2 options, there or... Where the heck? How am I was just here. Oh, is it this? Oh, here it is. Oh, it's here. But how do you arrive here for the very first time? I thought you arrived here for the very first time because you followed that path across the bridge and whatever else. Oh. Yes, this part is just for the shortcut. The bridge took you to, you know, here-ish. And then this was the other path, right? I forgot there's like a little second island. Okay. Light these up for no reason. Lantern down, I think. I'll do it once with the lantern down, just so I get a clearer view of that room. Hopefully if it has a fireplace in it, it still shows. So I'm guessing one of them comes from that house, the other comes from the other one. But the procession of lights did a big loop around. And then it looked like they just crossed a bridge, honestly. Maybe if you walk your lights a certain way, a bridge appears here? Doesn't really make sense, but... Because here, let me look at the building for a moment. That lower level is where I want to be, I think. But this takes you to a higher level? Something? Hey, is that a bridge? What's that? Is that? Oh, that is a bridge, but it's not like a light bridge. It's just a normal bridge. Okay. The other guy is nowhere near reaching us. Oh, there he is, actually. Whatever, it's fine. This guy should be all the way through the cave now, so I don't have to worry about stepping on his toes. And they are so deaf that I just, won't hear me. Okay, please take me to the lower level to a room with a fireplace. Yeah, that's what this is. This is the lower level. Okay. Yeah, you're just meant to follow this. I guess the hint was just that you should follow these guys, because if you're not really following them, if you're just trying to like dodge them the whole time, you might not really notice where they go. You'll just be like, as long as it's not looking at me, I'm happy, and you don't notice that he's going into a path. So they tell you about it. Yeah, that's it. You hear a fire? I feel like I hear one, but I also think I'm imagining it. Yeah. They can't see me. Oh, I think they can see me. Huh. Oh, the other reason why they might just kill you when you're like this, even if you do have a virtual avatar, is like, if you're holding the fire, they can just blow out your fire. So they do, but in this case, they want to get rid of you. They can't blow out the fire, so...
Correct.
Okay. So, unfortunately, I now must report that I still have no idea what to do, because the slide reel... Oh, I want to go look at it without the error happening, because I couldn't tell if there was a fire there or not. It certainly didn't look like there was a path back there at all. There was like a wall with the VR headset symbol on it. I know that's not actually a VR headset symbol, but that's what I'm calling it. I couldn't tell if there was a fire there, but there certainly wasn't a passage. I feel like that's just not the room with the fire in it, because it takes you up some stairs, and I don't think that's what happened in the other thing, but I don't know. We'll see. Hey, buddy. What, now you have ears?
Wow, that guy was on the ball. Holy shit.
They usually never hear you if you walk behind them. They never hear you.
Were you concealing your light?
No, I guess that's probably it.
I think he's actually saw your light.
Yeah, that must be it. I think I usually remember to conceal, and this time I got so overconfident that I didn't even bother concealing the light. All right, well, hey, I'm curious now. Let's see what it looks like if Reduced Frights is on. Because I think someone said they still snuff your fire. They just might do it slightly less scarily. Let's just see what happens. I'm just curious, and then I'll turn it back off. Don't be mad at me, devs. I promise I'm still getting the intended experience. I'm just testing it, just once.
They aren't gonna be mad at you.
Where is the guy? I don't even see him anymore. The frights have been so reduced that he's just gone. What is this bridge? Where am I? Am I even going the right? Oh, this is where they spawn. Yeah, okay. And there was another building here, but I never saw it last time, but there is one, but I don't know if that helps
right
me.
There.
Huh?
He just saw the two buildings.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I mean that the first time I was here in the dark, I never saw that there was a second building because it was in the dark.
Okay. I thought you were still saying. Okay.
No, I'm not. Oh, he's chasing me so much slower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no like scary music.
Oh, there's music normally? Yeah, I guess there's like a sound effect. Oh my god.
No, there's normally like very like intense music.
This is not
But now
scary
he's
at
just
all
kinda
anymore. Yeah.
I'm just gonna like do a little dance.
He's just coming at me and going like, woo.
Ooh.
Casting a spell on you. But then if he
It's
gets
actually
me...
it's almost kind of creepier in a way.
Oh, I think that was quicker. They didn't stay in the face for as long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
mostly just about their chasing though. They don't chase you.
Yeah. That's very kind of them.
Yeah.
Does reduced frights, because I might go look at it, does reduced frights affect those creepy hallway paintings?
No. It's just this.
It's just this. The hallway painting is scarier.
It's really about, it's not about not being scary, it's about not jump scaring.
Exactly, yeah. Makes sense.
If you're just like, I can't handle jump
So
scares.
wait, are you guys telling me that for you guys or for a lot of people who played the DLC that the first time you encountered one of these guys like patrolling, that you were like immediately scared of them and knew that it was a scary thing?
Absolutely pants-shittingly terrifying, yes.
So you're saying it's not normal to have just walked up to them and been like, oh, let's try talking to them?
I mean, like, it's the enlightened point of view. But no, that's not what I was thinking.
Oh, that you said though that the first one was the one in the movie theater in area.
Yeah, I saw it, like, I saw its silhouette, and I'm like, oh my god, there's like a guy here. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not like supposed to be here.
Yeah,
So
there's
like,
more of that
I'm
indication
like,
there. Whereas here, I was like, oh, they're just like guarding their building. They're like doing some ritual where they walk a light around a building. I can go talk to them and ask them what they're up to. Yeah, okay. So I'm not the only one who went up and tried to talk.
No, probably not. But
yeah, I think if you find the one in the theater first, you might have more of a sense of like, oh, I've scared them. This is not good.
mm-hmm.
But if you find these ones first, I mean, they're just on a patrol route. You just walk up to them and say, hey, what's up? Can you walk a little faster, buddy? Maybe I just give him a little push. See, that's why I didn't think it was a patrol. I thought it was part of like a ritual. You know, we play our haunting music and we walk around the building 3 times with a light. That's how like rituals are, right? There's some rituals that are like that. I don't know where I'm getting that idea from, but it sounds like a thing. Like a procession or something, or like when they do a funeral, they put like a candle in a boat and send it. That's what this made me think of.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw him, I couldn't really tell if he was on a boat or just walking. So I was like, oh yeah, it's like they're moving a candle around his... Oh, really? Has it really been that? Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did waste a bit of time, and the dam does break after like 10 minutes, so... What is the exact time of the dam breaking?
I don't know precisely.
I assumed it's 10 or 11, because the loop is...
It's a little bit later than 10. I think it's like 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I did waste a bit of time checking out the reduced frights. So. I like, though, how it literally...
It might be 14. Yeah, I think it's 14.
Reduced frights changes the story of the game, though, because it makes them a lot less, like, aggressive. It makes
I do think that reduced frights off is supposed to be the intended experience, but...
Yeah. It's interesting, though, because it's not just a gameplay thing, because the way that it changes the gameplay changes the story. Maybe not the story. I mean, in this game, the story is just everything about how the world is and how the species are. And so, like, the fact that they're not aggressive is, like, it's a change. They do still snuff you, but, you know, you have less of a reason to think that they might not be friends. They're much more friendly in that version.
Yeah.
They just walk towards you, and They snuff you, but no one would be like, oh my god, they're attacking me. They do not attack you. That is not an attack. Blatantly. Here, look. I can land perfectly if I roll before I enter. Boom. Pro move. And close enough. Boy, I love going to the artifact shack. But you know what? We can improve on our score every time we do it. See if we can do the artifact shack without taking any damage. Boom. Oh, and a big splash. You get extra points for that. In and out so quick. You should get points for the closer you get to the ghost matter on your way out here without touching it. Hey, where did I leave my boat? I didn't. The boat was not left. The boat was not left on a shore, but that's fine. You don't actually need it. You get points for how many lanterns you remove. Imagine every time you pick up a lantern and put it down, you just go ding, and you see like +10 appear in the corner. You get more score. I mean, I'm not kidding. I hope someone makes a mod that adds fuel pack upgrades and stuff. You think that would be possible? Man, it's going to be my life's mission now. I'm going to learn coding just so that I can make a mod that turns this into a full Metroid game. We can add some enemies too, I guess. Man, I'd love this game so much more if it had enemies. You're just exploring Brittle Hollow and there's just some like rock golems and stuff. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I mean, I do think that the principles of Outer Wilds would be cool in Metroidvania, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm changing this game. I'm adding enemies everywhere. So on Brittle Hollow, there's like rock golems that kind of like fall apart a little bit every time you hit them. On like Ash Twin and Ember Twin, there's sand golems. Is it just gonna be gold? God, you'll never guess what's on Giants Deep. Water elementals.
Giant golems.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's follow you. Stupid tree is in my way. Right? Tree. Okay, there we go. Cool. They're so deaf. You got less hearing than an anglerfish.
Oh.
That is an insult that my kids could use when they're playing their games. This is another one of those meditative experiences, like flying your ship and slowly landing. Oh, look at the hand up on the ceiling. That's their own hand. It looks like the claw in the sky. Oh, I still don't know what's up with the claw. One of the diagrams showed that they transmitted something from their hamster wheel to a claw in the sky. Okay, how does this guy get from here back to the building that he starts his loop from? That's what I want to know, but I don't really have the ability to stand and watch him. I could wait here and see if he comes back out, but first I just want to see if there's a fire. Hey, why does this door close? Hold on, I just want to wait here for a moment and see if he comes back out, honestly. I want to hear this music in its, like, non-distorted form. It sounds nice. Does he ever come back out? I guess they just close the door when they notice me? You know, if they're listening to music, why is he just standing there? Huh. Okay, so at what moment does the door close? Okay, are you gonna see me if I'm just waiting right here? I think he might see me here, but I can't escape. But it's interesting that I was able to close the door and get back out. I feel like he's gonna see me. This is what it's like in my dreams when something is chasing me and I hide. I'm like, this'll work, right? Oh, it worked. I like how the door closes behind him now, though, because I have it in closed mode. Oh, there's another one coming. I might follow him through the door this time, though, if I can, because I want to get in there and see if there's a fire, and I lost my chance. I wonder if it works if I'm jumping at the same time. It was for science. Oh, maybe the animation is the same. I thought that in the less spooky version, it spent less time in the scary face, but I think it's maybe just because I was more ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, this time let's not close the door behind me, and let's actually check if there's a fire in there, like I've been saying that I was going to do the past, like, 3 times. You know, I don't think we're beating the DLC in less than 6 sessions. I'm so slow. I'm very slow. So I'm taking my time and engaging with all aspects of the game. And the DLC just has more gameplay in it. Right, you gotta savor the experience. You only get to experience Outer Wilds once. Though I feel like that's more of a... I definitely think, like, the DLC has more gameplay. It feels more like I'm playing a normal video game.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, it has less of that feeling of, like, wow, this is something you can only experience once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the base... It's like if you said, like, hey, you can erase all your memories of the DLC and play it again, or, like, erase... Like, the base game is, like, one of those things... I don't even know how to explain the point that I'm trying to make. The base game just has more of that feeling of like, wow, this is something that you can only experience once, and when it's over, you'll never get it again. This
I understand.
Somehow doesn't have as much of that feeling, even though I have said that it feels like the mysteries have more depth to them from like a puzzle solving and gameplay sense. I guess I don't know why it feels that way then. It's interesting. I guess probably just because the DLC is the thing you do second, so you've already experienced the base game. And so even though this is very good, it doesn't have that feeling of like, wow, I have never experienced something like this before. I don't know. I'm still saying I like the DLC more, but it has... The main game still has that sort of weight to it of like, wow, that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Whereas this doesn't have as much of that, but it is a better experience for me personally. Right. Look at their feet. I've never really looked at their feet. They're oh, I saw them for a moment in the light. Yeah, they're like hooves. Do deer have hooves? Yeah, deers. Those are deer feet.
Deer have hooves, yeah.
Right. So before I go in, where do you go? You go off to the right. Is there is there an exit there that you take? Because I don't see one. There is a fire here, though. Just let me through. Let me through. They didn't let me through. I thought I could maybe just run through really quickly, and that's how you do it. Like, you know, they need a moment to catch you, and if you know that there's a... this is just me going slow because I'm just dying. It's kind of tedious now. Like, I don't know what to do in that room. Obviously, I should really come up with a plan. I just keep blazing in. No pun intended with this blaze that I'm carrying in my hand. I keep blazing in, and I should have more of a plan, but I don't even know how to think of a plan. I guess the question is, and I don't know the answer to this, is there a reason why the slideshow showed them following a procession of lights that went around to the left and then to the right? Should I follow that path myself? Would that change something? I don't see why it would. Okay, I'll go to the left. I will loop all the way around to the left before doing anything else. Doesn't, like, if there were like candles on the ground to light, I would maybe think like, oh, I should light up all the candles that match the path. But it's just not. There's no reason for me to follow that path. I'm gonna have to go look at the video again. Well, I will next time I die and return to my ship. This DLC definitely has more puzzles that you can just get stuck on without knowing what to do. I should eventually reach the dock with the 2 chairs. But I'm really not somehow. Okay, is it? Yeah, it's right here. Is there another hand here? Oh, there's no hand. I don't think it showed them taking another hand. Did it? I don't remember anymore. There was a hand in one of them. No, there was a hand in the Area 2 one. But for here, no, there isn't. Where's the... Which tree is it now? Not anyone coming, so I'll just... There we go, it's here. Oh no! I forgot about this. It sneaks up on you. Let me go look at the building again with my lantern off, maybe. And of course, let's go look at the slideshow again. If my lantern is off, I can see the walls more clearly, but I don't... I did that once and I didn't notice anything, but I was kind of laser focused on sneaking past them to go past the fireplace, which had a wall behind it. It had a wall behind it, so why would going behind it do anything? Unless the wall isn't there when you don't have the visual glitch, but like that doesn't... Calling it a glitch. I don't consider it a glitch, but I'm calling it a glitch. It's an error. It's an error. Whatever, let's watch the video again. The video is here? No. Oh yeah, this is the one. They follow a procession of lights through a forest to a candlelit building. Now, do you go down into the cave? They really don't. I think that must be another room then. Ah, but it looks the same. Oh, I wish I could pause this thing, but okay. They don't go through the tunnel. They go all the way back there. And somehow it leads them to crossing. Now, I've been there in VR mode and there's no bridge. Are they taking a boat or are they just somehow crossing? Now, you can see the chairs. So that building, see, there's like all these archways on the side. So I guess next time I'm in the music room, I need to look and see, like, does it have all those archways on the side? Is that the same room? Because it's not like, oh, it's not the same room, because in there it has people, and this one doesn't have people listening to music. It's a different room. No, because it could just be a video taken before they all went and listened to music. But it's, yeah, it's on the lower level. It has these archways, and they walk through the fire. So it looks like they take a path that's far back that you can see from the place with the chairs. I don't know if I'm on a completely wrong track here. Does it matter that they follow the procession? Like, what does it matter? But they obviously no, look. The chair is not the one on the dock. It's just on ground. It's the one that's near where you start the world. So what am I missing? What am I missing? Can't even tell if this is something hard that I meant to be stuck. No, I think it is. It's hard to know how to... There's no way to bait them out of the room. The room is full of them. You can't just run past them. They grab quick. I just don't know. Okay. All right, we're gonna do the roll technique again to get a perfect landing. Whoosh. I've rolled too much now. There we go. Look at that. I'm lined up perfectly with it now, and I can just slowly... You know, I don't care. Do I have a suit on?
Whoops.
There should be a grace period. I recognized it, and I went back, and I... 2. In the DLC 2. In the base game, this would be our 4th, I think? I think it only happened twice in the base game. Happened the very first time, and then I never did it again until like weeks later, just once. It's okay, it gives us time to appreciate the autopilot back to the stranger one more time. Let's go around the table and say one thing that we're grateful for about flying to the stranger again. Forgot to press autopilot. I'm grateful that I can see Brittle Hollow over there. It's fully intact. It makes me think of the golems, my ideal version of the game. So Brittle Hollow has golems. I think Giant's Deep should have water elementals, which is sort of like a golem, but not. But it's a thing conjured to life, but it doesn't have like a solid body. Ash Twin needs something sandy. Maybe like sort of like a Diglett-like thing, like a sand thing that pops out of the ground and travels around, but only in areas where the sand has already filled it. So it's really dangerous when the sand starts filling. What planet have I missed? I think that's all. Well, that's all of the big 3. Bramble already has enemies, so you know.
Right.
And then Timberhearth. I don't know, squirrels. Oh crap! Rick! No!
Oh my god.
Sorry, I was thinking about squirrels.
Why do we even need enemies in this game when you are your own enemy?
Look, I have so much muscle memory of putting on my suit the moment I enter the ship. Why did I not do it these past 2 times? It's usually like second nature that it's been. Look, I was daydreaming, okay? So Timberhearth's enemies would be... I mean, it could be wolves. Something like a wolf, that would make sense. I don't know if Timberhearth needs enemies, it's the tutorial area. Maybe not on the surface, but then when you go into like the mines, there should be some like floating rock enemies. It's too similar to Golem. Bats. Bats. Could be bats. 490 of them to be exact. Okay, I am wearing my suit. I am wearing my suit. I am not in the thing. What? Screw you. I was in it. Did I not land my ship? Can't do anything, right? I'm just so excited to finally be back here and alive. I didn't want to take the time to land properly. Okay. So I'm going to look at the room again for the, like, 10th time. I know it's not the greatest plan. I know I probably could have tackled this in a more strategic, methodological manner, rather than just kind of blazing in and being like, let's see what I notice, and then saying I didn't notice anything. Let's try again. But this time I'm gonna notice something. So I just want to really double check that the room is the same one as the one shown. It has a fireplace, but there could be another room with a fireplace. Because why does the building have like a lower level, but then also a top balcony? So you take the lower level, and it goes up the stairs. The thing is, in the slideshow, I couldn't really tell if they went upstairs or not. It just, that wasn't... I think that was like not really a part of it. I don't know, I'm not sure anymore. So, if it's the same room, then you need a way to lure them all out. Is there a way that I can lure them all? They're listening to music. It's like the other guys were watching a movie. These guys are listening to music. If you can stop the music, they would have to go investigate. Ow! I just jumped down nothing, okay? If you stop the music, they would all leave to investigate. You could also enter from the back, because wherever the patrollers, they enter it and they leave. Okay, that's what's on my list of things I want to check. The first thing that I want to check is just double checking the architecture of those archways on the side. It's the same as in the slideshow. Second thing is I want to go in without my lantern again, but instead of beelining to the fireplace, I want to look at all the walls. Because the patrol people, they enter and they don't come out, and then they find themselves at those other buildings. And there's got to be a reason for that, unless they have some sort of special teleport because they're locked inside the Crabtroid prison. So it takes so long every time. If I jump, can they hear me? That's not a thing I should be experimenting with right now. That would only waste my time. What's the exciting discovery of the night so far? No. None. Well, I found the slide reel burning room, the one that's like underneath the everything that you have to get through by going into the water. But I was told that it's not even the first time that I found it. Because apparently in our very first stream of the DLC, I just stumbled onto it and walked in and was like, what's this room full of junk? And then 22 minutes had passed, so it was over. Which I did not remember doing that. I did remember that there was something I'd found, but didn't know what it was, because when I looked in my ship log at the start of stream 2, it said that I had been to a slide burning room. And I was like, I don't remember that. And people told me like, yeah, you found it, but you didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I found it for real. And people told me you've been here before. And I was like, what? I've never been here before. What about the slide reel that was there? Yeah, we did that. So we basically went, I don't consider these a discovery because we kind of already knew where to go find them. It was just a matter of doing it. So yeah, I found slide reel burning room numbers 1 and 2 and looked at the slide reels. And they showed me how to reach the end of Spirit Worlds 1 and 2. That one is number 2, and it shows that someone takes the little door thing and they send it off somewhere with someone. They get off the boat, they send it somewhere where there's a totem, and that person carries it to the place at the middle of all the buildings, while the person filming goes up top, turns off the lights, and then follows them down the stairs. So we knew that it's hidden at the bottom of that staircase in the center of all the buildings, It's just when you went there, the bell wakes you up. So the question is, how do we get down there? And then I went to the slide reel room for number 1, and it showed me that the fireplace in this room is a fake. But that doesn't help me because I don't know how to get past the fireplace, which is an issue. The other guy's coming. I need to hide. Here's the best discovery of the night so far. Did you know that you can just hide here and they don't see you? Okay. Let's get a better look at the room by putting my lantern down again, I guess. I don't really... Not far enough? Maybe I should put it down slightly further. Okay, let's look at the room. Where do those guys leave? Is there another exit? There is. I almost ran past him. I almost did it. But other than that, I feel like I've probably spent like an hour more now just not knowing how to get past this fireplace. And unfortunately, all of my attempts to learn things mean having to come back here. Oh, and there's a freaking 10-minute timer on this place too, which really would suggest that they haven't made this particularly a hard one, because it would be annoying because you only have 10 minutes, but I am annoyed. So I don't know then. I don't know. I probably don't have many minutes left until the flood, so if I can go through the other way, then I could take that back path, but what is the, you know, what would that even help me with? Go back again, I guess, but what am I gonna find? Oh, what I should do is... Yeah, basically the question is, can you lure them out? The other question is... I think there's no way. If you could enter it after they all die because they get flooded. But one... Oh! Wait. Oh god, I had this thought earlier, but then someone said something and I talked about something else and got distracted. But doesn't the shortcut from Area 3 take you here? Wasn't at the end of Area 3 you could get on a boat and it took you back to Area 1? Pretty sure that was the case. God, I had this thought like an hour ago or even more, but then I forgot. I thought that once you finished doing the thing in Area 3, I got on a boat and it was a shortcut that took me back to Area 1. And I said, what's the point of that? Why would I want to go to Area 1 after doing Area 3? And then I said, oh, because you probably need to do all 3 of them in the same run, so it saves you time. I think it's not just that it saves you time, it's that it's just how you do it. That must be it. Let me put my lantern down for a moment. God, it's so dark. Oh, there we go. Wow, I feel like that took no time at all to get away from my lantern. Oh, now I'm back in my... Where the heck did I put it for that to happen? All right, let's make one more attempt at a jailbreak, though. You're not gonna get me, you're not gonna get me, you're not gonna get me, you're not gonna get me! Okay. Yeah, you just do it from Area 3. Duh. Freaking duh. It's actually just so easy. It's the spirit world or the real world? Must be the... Yeah, it's the real world because I have my thing. Okay. Right, when you die, you get reset to the spirit world. When you meditate, you get sent back to the spirit... Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude, I had the answer. I had the answer, like, literally an hour ago or more, and I thought it for a moment, and then I was in the middle of, I responded to someone or I looked at something and then I forgot that I had it. And then at one point, can't remember if it was before or after that, I said like, oh, if they're all flooded, I can make it through, but oh, I get flooded at the same time. And then I guess I forgot. Okay, great. It's someone's fault. It's definitely not my fault though, because I thought of it. Okay. Though it's, I feel like it's kind of cheap of the game if that's the solution. Is it the solution? Maybe it's not the solution, because that would be kind of cheap. Because if you try to start with area 1 and just like try your best to do it, you would get completely screwed over. You would waste so much time. And if you haven't done area 3 fully already, you really wouldn't have any reason to think, oh yeah, there's probably a shortcut from the other area. I mean, you might, because the areas do all seem to be connected. And if you get stuck here, not sure how to do it, you might be like, all right, I'll go do the others and I'll come back. Maybe it'll give me ideas. And I guess it would give you an idea. I feel like that's it, because there was a shortcut that takes you back there, so... that's true. That's true. It usually isn't about that, but... in this case, I think a lot of people really would just assume, like, yeah, there must be a way to do it. It's the thing for Area 1. I find the slide telling me how to do it in Area 1. I enter that area in Area 1. You wouldn't really think, oh, but it's done from Area 3. I think a lot of people would bang their head on it over and over. Because it's, I think, just the general knowledge of video games, sort of meta knowledge once you've played enough games. I usually would never expect that, like, oh, the solution to the slide reel found in Area 1 that points you to the world found in Area 1 is actually something you don't do in Area 1. Especially if that answer means like, oh, those people patrolling, yeah, you don't need them. They're not there. They're actually something you can completely skip, you know? It's not really very intuitive that the answer is actually all the way in Area 3, if that's the case. But I guess it's just that. And if someone keeps trying to solve Area 1, they are wasting all of their time. And you just have to go to Area 3. And once you do Area 3 tells you, oh, by the way, here's how you get Area 1 as well. You just do it from Area 3. Okay, well, let's get in the boat. But you might think you'll get knowledge somewhere else that tells you like, oh, this is how I can maybe lure them out of the room. But I think no one would really expect that actually there's just a passage from Area 3 that takes you here. Though, I mean, I guess the way that I thought of it just now, that I re-remembered it, is the train of logic you would use. Which is, oh, they will all leave the room if they're dead, but I would need to enter from somewhere else. Oh, but the areas aren't connected. Oh, but what if they are? So... and you know that they're connected because you do see that they're all in one physical place. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it does make sense. It's, yeah, it is relatively intuitive then, I guess. It's very much a trick question, though. So I want to enter from Area 3, which I'm on the very wrong path for because I mindlessly just followed the river. A docking point that leads to a one-way door? Where's that? Where is that? I don't remember that at all. Is that the thing here on the left? Or does the left lead to nothing? Docking point that leads to, I don't remember. That's something I found? Oh god, please go in, please go in, please go in. Please, I want to see if there's a one-way door here. I think there's nothing here. You didn't say any. Have I not found it yet? A docking point that leads to a one-way door. Was that something in Area 1? Was one of the parts where the boat lands the place with the one-way door? Because that's where you came out when you came from Area 3? No, I don't remember at all. docking point that leads to a one-way door. Let me get off here. I haven't been off here in a while. We can just, you know, stop what we're doing and go look here, because I haven't been here in a while and I don't really remember what there was. And now you've got me wondering where this one-way door is. There's a lot of one-way doors. The docking point that leads to only a one-way door. Must have been in the spirit world. You're just talking about the spirit world where you're meant to get off to take the one-way door when you got there from Area 3. No, because Area 3 just drops you in a boat. Oh no, it took you to the elevator? It was, yeah, I think Area 3, oh, it was the elevator that took you there. It was a one-way elevator. Yeah. Right, which is obviously a hint letting you know that, like, you can get there from somewhere else. Though that doesn't necessarily mean it's from another area. It could just be from somewhere else in this area that you haven't found. But yeah. This was... Oh, right. This was where we saw the diagram of the claw. I still don't know what the diagram of the claw means. It does have antlers at the bottom. It's all antler designed. Is this something that I've already seen, but I just haven't seen it from this angle, so it doesn't, like... Claw sends off 4 things of energy? I have no clue what that is. No clue. But yeah, if by one-way door you mean one-way elevator, then yeah, one of the places the boat goes was a one-way elevator from above. But I don't really... I don't remember. I'm just gonna meditate. It's quicker than frickin'... Is it? Has the dam broken yet? Yeah, it has, right? If I can make it back to Area 3, I can do it, but I feel like it's faster to meditate at this point. I don't want to go find a boat and go back and whatever, and I have less than 10 minutes. Let's just meditate. Well, anyway, so if the thing and the probe cannon tells you how many loops you've done, I guess it'll be a fun stat to go look at the end. Remind me to do that when we beat the DLC, I guess. Though it's too bad I didn't do it at the end of the base game, so we can have a number for how many it took in there, but whatever. I can't even guess how many. So a loop is... We can make an educated guess, right? We've did 11 streams of base game, and about one of them was double length. So let's say we did 12. And then 6 of this, so 12 plus 6 is 18. So we've done 18 streams. My god, that's a lot of streams. It's gonna be weird being done with this game. We've done 18 streams. Each stream lasts 3 hours. So in each stream, assuming you did full cycles, you would do about 9 of them. So... that would be about 9 times 18. What's 9 times 18? It's about 10 times 18, which is 180 minus 18. So it's about, what, 162? Look at me. I'm a master of rolling now. I never used to roll. Now I roll all the time. So 162 minimum. I even have my suit on, which is really impressive. Where am I going? To Area 3, right? Directly to Area 3. Do not stop, do not pass go. Yeah, just, whatever that expression is. That's where I'm going, so. So we've done a minimum of 162 cycles-ish. Now how many times do you think we die per stream and start over? I would say... we probably, if each stream was about 9 cycles, normally, I would say we probably die. I'd say we probably reach 3 deaths, more than that, 4 deaths, 5. There could have been some where we didn't die much though. Some of them ones where we were just kind of exploring the surface of planets or whatever. The thing in the center, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Where am I going? Where the heck even am I? That's not a shortcut to Area 3. The shortcut to Area 3, I'm just gonna meditate again. Right. No, I can just go back to my ship. It's right there. Shortcut to area 3 is the other one. This is the shortcut to area 4. So yeah, I'm trying to guess how many before I check it. So, but that'll be the rough math that we use. Number of streams, which is currently 17, but we'll say 18. And about 9. Did I not land? Oh, I did land. There. It's just so dark I couldn't even tell that it stopped. So yeah, 162. And let's say each stream we don't do 9 cycles. Let's say we do 18 per stream because we die 9 times. Nah, not 9 times. So let's say we die like 4.5 times per stream. I feel like sometimes we die more, but there could be times we die less. Were there any times where we just died a lot all at once? I mean, Dark Bramble, I guess. And plus here, this is a lot of... Oh, but these aren't real deaths, so... Sure, if I had to guess, I would multiply that 162 number by 2. Sure, let's say I've probably done about 300. Maybe a bit less than that. Let's say I've done about 250 to 300 cycles now. And so by the time we beat the game in maybe, what, 2 streams from now, we could up that to like 300 to 350. I guess we'll be somewhere around that-ish, maybe. I don't know. It's really hard to say, honestly. Oh god, I'm crashing again. Only a slight crash.
It's worth noting, too, that when you quit the game, that actually counts as 1 loop.
Oh, true. Very true. Hey, I landed.
Although I think you've overestimated a little bit anyway, so...
Overestimated? Yeah, maybe, actually.
A little bit.
Because there are at least 9 cycles per stream, right? That part is true. Well, if I spend time reading, maybe not, right? Plus time in the menu.
I'm not sure.
Plus a cycle is 22 minutes, it's not 20. If the stream is 3 hours, then exactly 20 would be 9 of them, but the stream usually doesn't go very much over. And if it does, part of it is reading the ship log and text. So it might not be 9 per stream minimum. It might be like 7. And then deaths, maybe 5 deaths per stream. Some more, but some less. The ones where we were just like exploring, like, I don't know, the surface of Brittle Hollow, reaching the Black Hole Forge and never actually dying. Could be less.
I mean, I do think that you're probably doing about 9 loops per stream, but I don't think that it's like also plus 5 deaths. Like,
you don't think I've died at least 5 times per stream?
I don't think you're getting to the end of every loop.
What do you... Every loop either ends with a death or with reaching the sun, right?
Yeah, but like I think you're double counting, basically.
I'm double... Oh, right, because if I die, that is one of the 9.
Like, you're not doing 9 full loops and also dying 5 times.
Right, every time you die, you... Oh, right, it's not this one, it's...
I do think that, like, about 9 loops per stream is probably correct, but...
Right, so when I die in one, but when I die in one, it adds 1, because every time I die 10 minutes in, we have another 10-minute loop.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't think you're doing 14 loops a stream. Maybe that's too many.
It does sound like a lot. Well, what would that be? If 9 loops of 20 minutes, but I die 10 minutes into one, that means now I do 8 loops of 20 minutes, 1 of 10 and another of 10. So every time you die, it does add 1, I feel.
I don't like your math. I don't think that's right.
It does sound like I could be wrong, but it also sounds like I could be right. Isn't that logic correct? If let's say I'm doing 9 loops of 20, but something tragic happens, and I die 10 minutes into one of them. That means that has now become... that has now become 8 loops of 20 with 1 loop of 10, and now there's room for another loop of 10. So that 9 loops became 10 because I died. Assuming I didn't.
That part's correct, but dying again doesn't mean another loop for sure. because it's gonna cut into the short loop at the end still.
You've broken my brain.
Yeah, like.
Oh crap! I should have meditated a bit. We're just gonna have to wait. Let me go meditate. Yeah, no, it's. Ooh, can I land on that bridge? Nope.
Ooh. That's true. You can't just meditate right here. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, if you've done Sun Station attempts, then I guess it ruins your number.
Yeah, Sun Station attempts have added quite a few. So
every 2 10-minute loops adds the equivalent of 1 20-minute loop. Yeah, but we're counting loops. Every 2 loops adds 2 loops. It doesn't add the equivalent of a loop. It is 2.
But you're double counting though, because if the first death will add a new loop, the second death won't.
The second death won't because, right, we would have had those 10 minutes anyway, all part of one loop.
Right.
Yeah, but if you do the math the way that I said, so let's 9 loops of 20, 9 loops of 20, or did I meditate? I didn't actually meditate. I need to doze off for longer. Can I hear the dam break while I'm sleeping?
I don't know.
I'm curious now, but I don't want to overshoot it and like just sleep through the whole day. It would happen. It's probably been about 3-4 minutes, so it would happen in a couple minutes. Breaking space-time counts as a loop, yeah.
It doesn't, actually.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, you were asking a literal, actual question. I see. It doesn't, yeah, because you reload your save. I thought you were asking in terms of, like, me mentally counting how many loops we've done, in which case I would count them. Though the point of me mentally counting is to guess what the in-game counter will show, so... I have no clue if the dam is broken or not, but we'll find out when we get there. I lost? No, right here. Okay. Let's just make things easier by counting within an hour. So... oh, I have to aim here, right? In 1 hour, let's say I do 3 loops. I play for an hour, I do 3 loops because I live the whole time. Now let's say I die 10 minutes into one of them. So now I do 20, 20, 10, and 10. My death caused 3 loops to become 4 loops. Yeah, this is what you meant by the dock with a one-way door. It's not a one-way door, it's a one-way elevator. But yeah, no, I've taken this before. I just, yeah, and then I remembered it and then I forgot. Okay, let's say I die a second time. So my loops now go 20, 20, 10, 5, 5, because I died 5 minutes into that one. That one death now added 1 more. The original count was 3, but because I've died twice, it is now 5. So where do you think that stops adding up that way? Here's the Bell Prison. And then it's the same thing if one of my other loops in the middle... okay, what if one of my loops in the middle is the one that... so I go 20, 10, 20. Now there's room for only 10 at the end. So I don't see where the flaw is in my thinking. It feels like every death does just add 1. Where am I going? This is completely the wrong way. I can't talk and it's like, yeah, we can do math while I'm just backtracking a bit. No, you can't. No, you can't. You're not good enough. Not good enough at multitasking. So yeah, unless someone has a proof otherwise, I'm gonna say that dying does just add 1 loop every time you die. It doesn't cut into your original 9. It just adds 1. So if I do 9 loops per stream, and I die 5 times per stream, then we should count about, 14, 15.
No, it's just too many.
But where do you think my logic is wrong?
Well, there's 2 ways it's wrong. And if the first thing I said is that you're still double counting loops.
Can you explain how I'm what's wrong with my logic of if I die once in a 20-20-20 hour, then it becomes 20-20-10-10. If I die a second time, it becomes 20-10-10-10-10.
No, that's wrong. You have it wrong. That's just not the correct math.
Not wrong? That's not right?
No, it's not right.
If you have time for 100 loops, but you die in 10 minutes every time, then you actually do 200 loops. Right, that's the math that I'm using. If in the stream I had time for 100, but I died 100 times, 10 minutes into each of them, then now each of those 100 deaths added a loop. Okay, wait, if you have time for 100 loops, but you die in 10 minutes twice, then you have time for 99 plus 2 equals 101 loops. If I average dying halfway through a loop, then I need to die twice to add a new loop.
Correct.
Is this like when you're trying to explain the Monty Hall problem to someone and they're just like, no, that's not it. It's still I have a 50-50, I have a 2/3 chance.
Right. If you die twice, then you're doing 20-20-10-10.
Yes, if I die twice. Oh, well, right. Sorry. If I die at the end of that second 10 one, yes. Then I'm doing 20-20-10-10. Because if I don't die at the end of that 10 one, I just go over the hour and then go to sleep at the end of the stream. But if I die a second time, 20-20-10-10, I die at the end of when I would be ending the stream anyway. If I stream for only an hour, I would just do 20-20-10-10. I die, but that's when I end it. So I would have already had that one. But does that rule keep applying over and over? So what if instead of 20-20-10-10, I do 20, what if I die at the start? I start with a 10, 20-20, and then at the end I have time for a 10. What if I die twice? 10-10, 20-20. Okay, wait, let's just say I die 3 times right away at the start. I do 10-10-10, 20-10. My 3 has now become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. Normal is 20-20-20. Die once is 10-20-20-10. Die twice, 10-10-20-20. Dying 3 times, 10-10-10-20-10. Dying 4 times is 10-10-10-10. 20. It sounds like... Okay, I see what's happening with the doubling thing. Is the thing, though, that you need to die 2 times to add 1 loop? Or is it that your count only updates when you die 2 times, but then it goes up by 2 rather than by 1?
It's you die 1 time, then 3 times, then 5 times. You'd be adding 1 loop each of those times.
This makes sense. I want to troubleshoot this more, but I don't. I think we should play the game.
I mean, the other reason I was going to say for why your math is wrong is because you're doing a lot of stuff while time is frozen, like we just did.
Yeah, talking. Well, yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I acknowledged that, and I was like, yeah, we can maybe subtract a little bit.
Probably more than you think. Time is frozen for quite a bit when you're reading text.
Yeah, we do read quite a bit. So yeah, it wouldn't be 9 loops. Basically, instead of 9 loops per stream, we'll say 8 loops, 7 loops, and then we'll... Where am I? Why... What am I doing?
My gut feeling is that 9 or 10 loops per stream is probably about right.
Oh, this is the issue, is that when you do this, the door is closed. Oh god, I freaking, yeah, this is what I said when I first found this. I said you'd have to go to area 1, extinguish this light, then go freaking, oh. Waste of time. You could have reminded me of that, because I did already say that that's what you had to do, but I forgot. A one-way door? Oh, sure, I guess. I don't think of it as a one-way door, because, you know, I've opened it. The first time you come here, it is open. But yeah, that is technically a dock with a one-way door, followed by a dock with a one-way elevator. If you only got there by taking the thing from Area 3, then yes, it would be a dock with just a one-way door. But if you're already getting there from Area 3, then you already know that it's a shortcut from 3 to 1. I guess if you've never been to Area 1, then you could just take that boat and be like, oh, cool, more of Area 3. It's a boat ride. There's a Bell Prison. But I think it would be weird, but I guess... How normal do you think it is for someone to take that boat, shortcut, but have never actually been to Area 1 to realize that it's taking them to Area 1?
I didn't know where the fuck the boat was taking me the first time I found it.
Had you been to Area 1 before and, like, done the whole boat ride there?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. No, I guess it is pretty possible then. What's
I don't
funny
remember
is that
precisely, but yeah.
What's funny is that it would actually make more sense that way, because you'd be like, oh, it takes me to the Bell Prison. That makes sense because Area 3 is right next to the Bell Prison because it's in Area 4. But you know what? So is Area 1. Area 1 is also near it because Area 1 would loop back to Area 4. Oh no, I need to go to, yeah. So I guess it kind of makes sense where, because I found it weird that the Bell Prison was something you access from Area 1, because like, in my mind, Area 1 is the furthest thing from Area 4. But it's actually not. It's right next to it. It's just, you know, it's just right there, literally. Like, man, why would the Area 1 area connect me to the bell tower? Well, because this is Area 1 and it is right there. Okay. I have to enter the Area 1 tower, turn off that freaking light, and then create my shortcut. Yeah, I mean... Oh, whoops. Well, that's a first. It's right... That's where I always go. I always go over here on the side, don't I? Oh, or do I go like... What? I thought that's the path I always take. I always loop around and go on the side. Why is it... Like... How is that happening? Usually... Oh, or maybe I go here. Maybe I go on this, which I count as the side. Oh, you're meant to just take the water? Yeah, I usually go here. Because I thought the ghost matter was like there, so I just avoid it by going like around here. I thought I go all the way to this side, though. Maybe not. I really thought I always took a big curve, but I guess I don't. I guess yeah. Yeah, I always try to avoid this one by curving around, but I guess I didn't even think. Yeah. Yeah, the water. That makes sense as a path. Yeah, oh well. Waste of time, because yeah, when I found the shortcut last time, I literally said, oh, that sucks though, you can't use it because the door is closed. And then I said, oh, but you would have to go... Oh, right, that's when I said, oh, but then you'd have to go open it first, then go do Area 3. And then at the time I said it was probably just because, you know, you have to do all 3 in one run, so you go do 3 and then you take the shortcut back to 1. But yeah. So I already knew about the door being there, but I forgot, so... Let's go open the door. See, it's a very convoluted way to do it, which is why I would say it's just not... It's not intuitive when you think about what you know from video games, usually. Most things are pretty self-contained. But no, to do the Area 1 thing, you have to go to Area 1, open a switch, then go all the way to Area 3. And if you haven't completed Area 3, you don't know that you can do that. And then, yeah.
I don't think it's unintuitive.
I mean, it was intuitive. I mean, I got there eventually, but I think just the fact that it's, Area 1 with the Area 1 slide reel, you really wouldn't think like, oh, it only works once you've done Area 3.
I feel like you're really operating on the presumption that people don't jump around to different areas.
I guess so. I mean, obviously you're meant to like look at it and be like, oh, maybe I'll learn something somewhere else. I'll come back to this.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? Like normally in video games in general, if a game like segments something really clearly into like, this is world 1, this is world 2, world 3, and then it gives you a puzzle hint that shows you someone going all the way through Area 1, it's not your first thought like, oh, maybe you do this from Area 3.
I stopped listening to you when you said video games in general.
Sure.
This isn't a video game in general.
Yeah, I mean, it is like a Metroidvania type thing where you find things in one place and go elsewhere, but sure, okay. What you're saying is zero part of you even understands why I had that thought at all, is what you're saying.
No, I understand why you had the thought, but like
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's basically a trick answer. It's like, how do you get there with all the people there? Oh, you don't. You just wait for the people to die. So
I don't think it's a trick. I think that's just looking at the circumstances of what you're seeing and thinking about how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I got there. It just wasn't at all my first thought.
You got it there. You got there.
I'm saying there are a lot of instincts at play that would make you just, beat your head into the Area 1 thing.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, it's like a tricky answer.
Right. That's why I said it's like a trick answer. How do you get through the people? You just wait for the people to die. How do you get past that whole stealth section with the 2 people patrolling? You don't even do it. It's literally not part of the solution. So, yeah.
You're just supposed to figure out that you can wait for them to die.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you realize, well, wait, but then I die at the same time, but then you think, oh, well, what if I can get there from somewhere else? So,
right.
I'm not saying it's not intuitive. I'm just saying it's not the first thing you would think of. I'm saying basically, you have a lot of instincts from other video games that would not make you think that the answer to Area 1 is in Area 3.
That's not necessarily how I see it, but I did try to like just sneak around the guys in the house for quite a few times before I figured out what I was supposed to do.
Yeah. I saw them die really early right in front of me, so I was like, oh, they can die. Yeah, I mean, I basically had all the pieces. It's just I wasn't ever thinking of them at the same time. What am I doing? Why am I here? This is not the way to go. What am I doing? I extinguished the thing. Now I have to go back into the real world. Oh, I can just jump into the water. Especially because for Area 3, it is all self-contained in Area 3. And for Area 2, I'm pretty sure it's all self-contained in Area 2. So that's another thing that, again, makes it, like, not what you would think. But, of course, that's the game tricking you.
I never really thought of every area as being self-contained. Like, that's...
Oh, interesting.
I wasn't seeing it that way.
I mean, they are all in one area. It's one area with 3 entrances, basically. And if you think of it that way, then you definitely wouldn't get stuck in it.
I didn't really understand how it was interconnected at first. Like, I was a little bit confused about where the boat was taking me, etc.
Right. Well, the thing is, the boat from Area 1 never takes you to another area. Well, or rather, it does. It's just there's one-way things blocking you. So if you just enter Area 1, you cannot reach Area 2 or 3.
Yeah, so it's a little bit confusing. But I never thought of them as being self-contained.
Right, that makes sense.
Not literally self-contained. Like I understood that they're discrete areas, but I didn't think like.
I mean, you can see that they're all like in the same area. They're all in the same plane of existence. But for the most part, other than when you get the boat shortcut, there is no actual connection between them. Or there might be more that I haven't found, but yeah. Okay, now we're ready to finally do it. Of course, the thing is, despite me saying all that, I did literally think of the solution way earlier, but then whoops. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, I did that wrong because I was lazy. That's my fault. Maybe if I just push really hard. Please. Just please take me back. Oh, wow. No, you can do it. You can just push really hard. Nice. Okay, great. I actually did not think I was going to be able to. But yeah, it is very much a trick question, though, I feel. Like, how do you get past the people? You don't. You don't get past them. You just wait for them to die and just sneak in through another area. It is a trick question.
Yeah, a little
In a
bit.
clever way. Oh, what? I'm on the boat. I can't get hurt.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised that hurt you. Oh my god. That sucks.
You're not supposed to be able to get knocked off the boat. The boat is sturdy. I was on the very edge of the boat. Yeah. Okay. We're past our ending time, but I just want to get this done.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I do not want to come back to this next time.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, it is basically a case where you need to get a mental upgrade, a mental key. You need to... Reactor damaged. That's not good, right? You think I can make it in time before I explode? I don't think so. It takes a moment. Okay. Maybe it's damaged, but not like critical damage. If I just get close enough, I can fix it from inside. Oh, yeah, I can right there. Yeah, I forgot.
We've been over this a couple times.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
You
I'm
didn't
alive
die.
and I'm in the stranger, so
Holy
it's
shit.
okay.
Wow, I can't believe you fucking lived through that.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I got where I was going, right? Oh, the momentum in here sucks. But, you know, I made it. And I'm alive. And luckily I had already put my suit on, so... I hate the momentum in here, though. I'm gonna crash into this wall and die. I can't even stop myself from doing it. Swerve, last second swerve. I can't even find the entrance now, though. Oh, there it is. It's all the way on the other side. What did I even hit? I flew into something backwards, I guess?
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
you know.
you're right. Maybe you do about 14 minutes.
Yeah. At least I remember to put my suit on. Get some space dust. I mean, that thing moves so quickly, I guess. It's like a constantly moving wheel, so I guess... And it's really big. So it looks like it's moving slow because it's really big, but it's actually moving fast, I guess, is how it works. But yeah, even if someone doesn't think like, oh, maybe there'll be a way to get here from Area 3, I guess you just bang your head on it enough and then you think, I don't know how to do this. Maybe if I go to the other areas, I'll find a way to like distract them. There's a lot of things you could think. You could think, oh, Area 2 has like the wake up bell. Maybe I can learn something about how to wake people up and then I could wake them up to get through. Maybe whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of ways that you might just think, yeah, I'll just go look somewhere else and find something that'll help me.
Once I realized, like, oh, I can get in there when they're dead, then I thought about it. I was like, well, I can't do it while it's flooded. But what if I wasn't in the flooded?
Yeah,
room?
I mean, that was my exact train of thought. which of course I already had, but I forgot. But then I had it again.
You figured it out a little bit faster than I did, but I was just trying to sneak around the house. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying
times.
that it's like, you know, a bullshit solution or whatever. I'm just saying it's like I said, it's just not the first thing you'd think of. Especially if you've done the other two first and you're like, yeah, they can all be done by just going to the tower that's right near them. Oh god, whoops. Right, I'm supposed to go in the water. I think, yeah. This is it. This time we're actually getting it. Though I have sustained a little bit of damage, but I don't think that'll be an issue. Especially because we're just going to be going to the spirit world where your real health doesn't matter anymore anyway. Does it? It doesn't, I'm assuming. Nah, no way. You have a new life health bar in there. The fact that they make you go through that extra step too. But I guess that's more to prevent you from, if you've just done Area 3, it won't let you go to Area 1 through there until you've actually figured out how to reach the... I don't know why. I don't know why they have a one-way door. Let's say you've never been to Area 1. You just go to Area 3. You finish it all, and then you take the boat. Oh, they want you to... Oh, no, I was going to say because maybe to reach Area 1, you haven't learned how to open that tower yet. But if you open the Area 3 tower, then you do know how to open the Area 1 tower. But I guess they just want you to find it, you know, via its own tower first. Okay. Press the switch. Extinguish it, rather. Commit Sudoku. I just jumped into a bridge. Why did I do that? My character does not understand. No, my character knows what they're doing.
Yeah, they're in the time loop.
Yeah. Anyone else watching would have no idea. If that was a real death, which it wasn't. But, okay, where am I going? Let's get on a boat and go to Area 3. Where can I find a boat? I mean, they're everywhere, right? They should just be a lot of... There's one. I think that's the one I took last time. Yeah, that's the one I... Oh, I don't like this boat then.
It's a curse.
It's not sturdy enough for me. It doesn't pass my inspection. I tried it. I put a dummy in it, and I tested it, and the dummy did not survive the crash. It's me. I'm the dummy. Okay, let's make sure to go to the right this time. Thanks. Oh, make sure I remember to doze off for... Do you hear the dam break when you're asleep or not? If anyone knows the answer, please just tell me, because it'll save time. Because I'd love to just go to sleep until I hear it break. But I don't know if that works that way. You don't? Okay. I guess the safest thing is, yeah, we'll do about 7 minutes. And then, oh, please, more fucking right. Don't you dare go forward. Thanks. So 13 right. That's the rock I probably crashed into last time, or this one. I was right near the edge of the raft, I guess. Yeah, I can identify if the flood has happened yet or not by kind of just getting out of the tower and looking and seeing if everything is broken. So I think we'll play it really safe and we'll double check before we go in. Yeah, this way. I already have an artifact. Oh, that's nice. I'm so used to going to Area 3 and having to go into the experiment room to get one that I like started to do it by muscle memory, and I was like, I have an artifact. Cool.
Okay.
This lantern, that lantern. Oh, that also adjusts my thing where I was like, man, you only have 10 minutes to do the Area 1 thing? That's like, I was like, man, this is really tough for something that you only have 10 minutes to do. Because you don't. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I? Thanks. Yeah, you just burnt yourself to death. I'm assuming you still have feelings in there. All right, so we're gonna go off for 7 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to just quickly jump into a river to wake yourself up, but to just go stand on top of a fire for like 10 seconds is, yeah, that's a lot. I'm gonna do just 6. 5.5. Just want to be really careful. Oh, whoops, I don't want to be here. I want to, I'm just gonna go stand in the fire. I mean, it's just quicker to burn yourself to death than to like go up the stairs and... Oh wait, I could just meditate. Meditating wakes you up. No, it doesn't. Meditating meditates. It's that, yeah, what? Okay. Is the dam broken yet? Is that dam broken yet? I'm having trouble jumping. Why am I so bad at jumping? Okay. I think it's happening right now. Yep. There we go. I chose literally the perfect amount of time. 7 minutes. It was obviously 5 minutes and 34 seconds.
Of course.
Now, in the end, you have to do all of these. No and yes. It broke. How is it a no? In the end, you do probably have to do all of these in one loop, I'm guessing. That's why in the end, neither of them actually require any stealth or combat. So, ooh, not there. And by combat, and by stealth or combat, I just mean stealth. There is no combat. I've gotten lost. Maybe if I light. It wasn't, then it was. Yeah, it was at that precise moment. Okay. Jumping across is probably not as safe as just running very carefully, but that's okay. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm not forgetting something. I'm going here. This was what yes, this is the place I'm trying to go. Great. So in the final run, you'd probably go do the one in Area 3, which you can very easily access from that bridge. No enemies involved. You'd get it, you'd come, you'd take the boat, then you'd go get this one. And the Area 2 one, I don't know, maybe there's another boat shortcut to it, or maybe you do have to just go wake up and do it separately. It would make sense if you can set it up so that you can string all 3 of them at once. Because I'm still operating under the assumption that that's what you do. You open all 3 of them in one cycle. Oh yeah, what I wanted to do was check if once I've opened one, if it affected the chains around the thing in the Bell Prison. But also, I'm not even sure if the thing with the trains is in the Bell Prison or if it's... Because those 3 chains are not actually it. Those 3 chains are just the thing helping keep it under the water. The actual thing with the 3 locks around it is the Crab Troid, which was taken to the spirit world, and I'm not sure if there is still one in the real world because I haven't been back to it in an incredibly long time. Oh, that was what I said was on my list. I wanted to go there and fall asleep at its fire. Because apparently there's a fire in it. And I wanted to just see what was there so that it would sort of help inform my decisions. But I forgot. I'll try to put it on the to-do list if I remember for Monday. Okay, am I at the place think I am finally at the place. Wow, the dock looks like it's moving, but I guess it's just because I'm wiggling back and forth. Okay. Tell me I'm in the right place. Feels like it. Yes. Great. Wonder if you can still hear the music. Were they playing the music, or was it like hooked up to some sort of speaker that's like still going? I hear something. I thought I heard something. Yeah, it's this way. I always forget there's that second little island. Great. Light these candles because I do it every time. So I'm guessing that if no one is around here, it would be easier with my lantern down, but I should probably hold on to it. I just want to see if those doors are open or closed. Oh, are they open now? They're open now. Interesting. Will it show me how they loop around to reach the place? The music room? I guess it probably will. I was wondering about that when I kept trying to sneak past that guy. I was like, there's a whole bridge. There's a path there. Oh. It's... Huh. This does not lead back. How the hell do they get here? Unless this is like their wake-up spot. Or one of them. How the hell do they... How do they... Oh, this door opens from the other side, probably. Okay, yeah. I know I'm probably wasting... I hope I have time. The flood just happened. We got like 10 minutes. And it's good to look everywhere in this game, so I'm just gonna check. More pictures, same ones I've already seen. No other... There's no other door. How the hell do they get from the music room back here? I'm gonna have to follow that other path out of the music room and see where it leads. Do they wake up and then go back to sleep? Do they die? Basically, they could just die and go back to sleep. If they are the two who are in the crab... Oh, but if they're the two who are in the crab choy, they would be here now, and they are not. So that theory was actually very wrong. Oh, I need to find the path, though. God, I don't have time for this. It's not far from the dock. Just... I don't know where the dock is. It's, yeah, it's a little bit harder to find when you don't have someone leading you to it. I might run out of time again. Oh my god. Okay, there's the building, right? Always put the artifact. Oh, you're right, I can. This is... Oh god, yeah. Well, from here it shouldn't be that hard, because from here you basically just kind of walk forward. Let's put the artifact down. That's a good call. I have only 10 minutes left. I don't want to waste time. Oh my god, it's still kind of hard to find even without the... Wait, those are the two buildings. I put my artifact down there. Jeez, why is it so hard to find now? I know it's under a tree, but which tree? This should be right here. That one. This one. Oh my god. It's never been hard to find. It's not close to water? Oh, I thought it was kind of close. This is... Oh, there's the dock, so it's here. It's one of these. This one, yeah. It's a little close to water, but not right next to it. Oh, you think it's middle? Okay. Here it is. And there's the music. Great. I mean, if the dam breaks at 13 minutes, you basically only have 7, 8 minutes. Yeah, you don't have much. And, oh, I've lost it again, haven't I? Or is it this tree? I'm right on it, the one that I was just at? That's what I thought. I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Great. Well, I got a minute. This path takes forever, even when you're not slowly walking through it behind someone. Well, I think I'm gonna make it past the fireplace, but I don't think I'll have time for whatever's there. If there's like a whole other room with stuff, I will not have time. Elevator. Okay. I still want to take that other door on the side too anyway. The music has stopped. We probably have about 10 seconds left. Yeah, it's a whole room full of slide reels. Can I pick all of them up this time? Or are they too high up for me to reach? Yeah, I don't know if I can reach them. This is also a room full of slide reels. I can insert my artifact. Yeah, it's another library. 2 of them over there that I obviously don't have time for. Oh, this time the door is really easy to access. Okay. And then I think, yeah, you can't actually get up there to reach the rest of them. Okay, well, I think we'll watch those next time. That's fine. It gives us something big to do right at the start of the stream.
I guess you didn't get to the end in time.
I did get to the end, but not in time to actually read things, so...
Right, meaning not in time.
Yeah, basically not. I opened the door. Opening the door in the other one was a big achievement that required you to find a thing and, you know, take the invisible paths and whatever. So opening a door is a big achievement, and I found the door and I opened it, even though I only had 10 seconds, which is pretty impressive, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we'll stop there and we'll go watch the slideshows next time. So
alrighty.
I don't want to forget now this time, so do gonna actually make sure to write down in the new to-do list. Go check out Bell Prison IRL and sleep at it. Just to see what's there, and then start stream by doing new slideshows in area 1. Remember to unlock door first. Okay, great. That's what we'll do. What we'll do next time. Okay, well, what did we get done this time? Not a ton, but we find basically whatever. We had 2 spirit areas left to reach the end of, and we reached one of them. We didn't do the things there because we bashed our head against a music room a lot, but we eventually reached it. Plus, we did go to the slide reel burning place for the other one, so we know where it is. We already knew where it was. We already kind of figured it was at the bottom of that stairway. The interesting thing, I guess maybe it shows you another path to reach it, because when they got off the boat at that place, it, one guy carried it down there, but then the other guy turned off the lights. I don't know if I had ever turned off the lights, though. I went down there, but I might have had the lights on, so the bell